It's clobbering time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Come get some.
It's clobbering time! Clobberanimo!
Yeah. Greetings, clobberers, clobberanimos, clobberooskies, clobberoids, clobberians, clobologists, and every kind of club out there. Those who need the secret. The secret is, of course, to bang the rock together, guys. Clobberanimo! Yeah. Hey, 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 it is clobbering times. Issue number 414 on YouTube, 1,414 overall, and Clobby's Clubhouse 114. What? And how'd that happen? I look, it's weird. Someone's right. I think I should play the lottery with those numbers. And it is not only that, it's the first Clubhouse of 2014.
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
mean,
dun.
2024.
2024.
It's not
We don't have a
2014?
TARDIS. We
It's
didn't
not
time travel.
2014? Oh,
414,
timey-wimey, sorry.
1414,
So 2024,
1414.
that's some scary stripe right there, my friends.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you for all being here tonight, buddies and friends. We'll get you all shouted out in a second. First of all, I want to say thank you all for being here, and a big thank you to the most wonderful, beautiful first officer in the fleet for being here tonight. I've missed you so much, my wonderful Commander Briggs. Thank you. I'm so happy to be back here with you tonight.
Hello, handsome. I love you. You're one of the best friends I've ever had in my whole life. It was great to get away and spend some time with family, which I did. But you know what? I have missed you so much. I have missed Mark. I've missed all of our friends here. I'm so excited to be back tonight. And I just love you very much. So I'm sending smooches for your whole face. And I'm so excited to talk about Blake 7 tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
Me
and
too,
you
me
have an
too.
announcement to make about a new comic series that you're going to be teaching me about. And I am so excited for that also.
Right. We'll start our Star Trek comic reviews next week, but tonight we got a Blake 7 for you. And but they're just so happy to have you back. We missed you so much. I mean, everybody missed you on the Trek shows and missed you here, and just so everyone's so happy to
Not
have
the
you
same
back.
without you. Yeah.
Never the same.
I love
And,
you guys so much. Over the holidays, everyone was saying, you know, you talk so much about your friends who are so far flung. They're so far away from you. Do you miss them all? Do you wish they were all here? And I said to everyone who asked, yes. I got a little misty-eyed at one dinner party in particular, and I said, I wish they were all here. They're all such wonderful people, and I love them so much. So the feeling is mutual, and I just want you all to know how grateful I am that you guys are my friends. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. But
I
would you have
get you.
felt the same way if I brought over clams for dinner?
You know what? I would sit
It'll ruin
you
everything,
at
doesn't
the end of the dining room table, and I would put Clobby and Andrew on the other end of the dining room table, but you would be most welcome, even with your disgusting sea tongue surprise.
All right.
And despite of him bringing up disgusting crap, we also welcome the greatest first officer in the fleet, the great Mark D with AC, the chief
Hey, hey, hey,
engineer.
hey,
I mean,
hey.
chief engineer, not first officer. You're
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
officer.
yeah. Don't give me an upgrade.
I
Yeah, I don't
hate being
deserve that.
senile. Just you are lieutenant commander, but you're a chief engineer. So
Yeah. I don't need an upgrade yet. But Dale, to everyone, yeah, Raquel, we really missed you.
welcome.
Glad you're back here tonight. And yeah, we're gonna have fun. Blake 7 and maybe do a little show and tell. I guess you never know what we'll talk about, right? But
Yeah, we'll get something in there. But first, number one, before I start my shout outs and shout outs, do you have any opening words? Because it's been a while since you've addressed our friends.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for giving me the floor, Captain. Hey everyone. I went to number two on Amazon for hot new releases in science fiction, and number 9 in science fiction in general, which is a massive category against the big dogs. And I am just so, first, I'm amazed. And second, I am so incredibly grateful. With the Amazon royalty scheme, you make pennies on hundreds. So for me, it's not about that. It's really about getting the word out there about my stories. And I just cannot express my gratitude adequately express my gratitude to all of you. So thank you, one and all, for that. That latest story is which one? Oh yeah, digital is forever. Digital is forever. So thank you, one and all. I also want to give a shout out to my Patreon people, my patrons. I have 3 big backers, and I have a new person who joined as a big backer of my book this year, and I'm just totally blown away. So I just want to give a shout out to Larry, who has been with me from the beginning and helping me to get both books over the finish line, Tony Stark and Penny Lane. Penny Lane, whoever you are, thank you so much for backing my book. I also want to thank Sean Carter, Shooter, Wagner, Dave C., Chris Persia, Scuba and Leslie Pete, Eric Kane, his trusty dusty dog Kirby. That dog is also mine. Enigmatic Dropper, Michael and Cassandra Beacom, Mark Day with a C, Anti-Derivative Jill, Maximum Redstone, JT Cook, Dadman and the Dadman Clan, Lord and Lady Thoth, and of course Lance, and you should be chucking some cheese in the chat for the pepperonis, Rob Altus, and of course Tyler. Thank you so much. The book is coming out within the next couple of months. It's time. It's the big push to get it over the finish line. Science Fiction Tales of Volume 2. And you know what else? I have to thank all of the people who are following us and who have liked and subscribed and have shared this channel. I want to give a shout out to everyone who's on X, formerly known as Twitter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lurkers, thank you so much for downloading this show and watching it later, or just catching it on a rewatch, tuning in later on YouTube. And if you haven't joined yet, please feel free. Don't be shy. Become a member here. My captain, he is the most wonderful Southern gentleman, but he's also a subject matter expert. And he has these wonderful one-on-one streams with his membership, and you can just learn a whole ton of things and have great fun with him. And also, I want to thank everyone who liked tonight's show and who shared it on their social media. So thank you, everyone. Mark, so good to see you. I'm excited to see what you will reveal from your mystery mansion this evening. And Clobby, let's do it. Let's get it on.
There you go, Mark. Any words?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Janet from another planet. While I caught you here, hey, are you going to be at the big con in New Orleans this weekend? I'm going to be there.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah. Anyway, so let me know if you are. All right,
Planet Janet, she's a galaxy girl.
Yes. Mark, any words?
Oh, well, Happy New Year. I don't know if I said that again to everyone, but Happy New Year to Raquel. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Now it's back to the grind. We're almost through the week, but at least this was a short week, right? So hopefully everyone got Monday off. Of course, all the, first responders, doctors, nurses, a lot of people can't get a lot of the holidays off. So thank you for being there for us too when you need them. Looking forward to this episode tonight. And we'll have Sunday Night Geekery. We shall return. So we'll be back on Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. And we might have some goodies to show later. I'll have to decide. I got a package. Package came in the mail today too, which was good. Those are always good.
Well, they are
a little
your
money.
house.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But it was all half price, so that was good. That's what happens, right? It's a half price sale.
In case his gorgeous wife just happens to tune in.
What did you spend it? What did you just buy on
Mark?
PayPal? Yeah. What's that? What happened
What
there?
the
Yeah.
heck is this?
It's all investments. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Investments. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, how about we do some show notes and shout outs? Shall we?
Oh, yeah.
All righty then. Let's see. First of all, we'd like to shout out we'll do the shout outs before we do a show note. Sorry. Tomorrow night, I'm very proud to announce a new beginning on the Great J-Man's channel. Of course, we just last week, we didn't even time it that way, but the last show of the year, we finished up did our very last of our Jack Kirby's Fourth World Saga review. Took 19 streams to do it, Sean and J-Man and myself, and had a wonderful time doing so. Sorry, I'll not be able to go this one. Have your family stuff. Oh, I'm so sorry, Janet. I was looking forward to seeing you there, dear. Sorry about that. But I'm glad to hear from you, though. And I hope you get to go one of these days. So
And I love your new avatar.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Of course. Janet is beautiful. I've seen her pictures. Beautiful. And just love it. And I'm glad to see you here, though, dear. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we start on another classic run. We're going to do a lot of classic reviews. This is going to be even bigger and take longer, probably. Frank Miller's Daredevil run. It changed comics. And we're going to review it. Review it all of it. All of it.
Some of the finest nerds on the internet just talking about Daredevil. I mean, you got to be there or be square. Get your bums in the seats for that one.
Looking forward to that. And again, of course, later I'll be hanging out with the great Nick Weiser and with the Friday night comic shop boys, 8:30 Central Standard Time. I think we're just going to do an open Comics Geek show. Again, starting out the year, right? And then, of course, Saturday night Star Trek review show is back. Of course, I was here the past 2 weeks. Thank you all for everyone who hung out with me on the past 2 Saturday nights. It wasn't the same without number one, and we weren't doing reviews, but we had a wonderful time and we talked Trek, and it was great. And you all were just amazing, and I really appreciate you all very much. Well, our reviews are back, so 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, same Trek time, same Clubby channel, Star Trek. In our ongoing quest, it was 3 years ago this year, I think.
Wow.
January 2021. This week, 3 years that we started this monumental task of reviewing all of real Star Trek. You and me, number one. Started with 66 through 05, of course. 735 Club, Real Deal Trek only. Started with the original series. Then we did the animated series, the original crew films, Star Trek The Next Generation, did the TNG films, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and now we're just getting started in the middle of Star Trek Voyager Season 4. We have 4 more episodes this week. Crazy stuff. And then, of course, also returning to start the year out, the great Mark D with a C's Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Which also becomes?
It does become
once in a while.
Yeah.
Damn it, Mark.
I love Clubby's posters. Clubby has good posters.
Those are great, yep.
I love Spidey with the pizza.
Yeah, yeah, he does. He does. At least, and I guess I should have put some clams on there, right?
Oh, gross. No, boss. No, boss.
I'm just saying. You know.
Oh, Wagner will do that. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Greg,
yeah,
yeah.
it's true. Wag can
Don't
do
give him
that,
any
yeah.
ideas. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we will look forward to that, and then of course, Monday night. I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, but J-Man and I will be the B Monday. We will be here for Bob Haney, Earth B Night. So anyway, how about some shout outs now? We'll shout out our wonderful wrenches. Then I'll look at the chat and see who's here. The great Eric K, the bronze wrencher.
Hey. Hi, baby.
Thanks for all you do. Again, I don't know who's here yet because I haven't seen the chat, everyone. I'm just shouting out our wrenches because we always like to do that. Chris Persia, Vindicator Wrench of the Great White North.
Thank you for all the advertisements today on social media. I
Thank
love
you, buddy.
And the posters were terrific.
Thank you so much, brother. D. Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron.
Yay!
Lord Thoth, the
Ugh.
god of the wrenches. Shout out to the wonderful Lady Thoth. Avon lives, long live the Legion.
Yes.
J-Man, Wrench Without Fear, my partner in crime on Earth B and fellow Legionnaire extraordinaire and now Daredevil reviewer. Maddie's daddy, Vida Rich Biodia, Thorn at Vegas. Stephen Cal-El Buddy, all right, the Super Wrench. Phantom Outsidery, the rascally wrench himself.
Yay!
Hungry Boy, master of the Claw Bony. And of course, our Clobberin Time Zone music master, Maximum Redstone. Now let's see who is up and you in the chat first.
Larry's asking for his own trading card.
Oh.
Well, he's not asking for it, but he is strongly hinting. He's like, I'm rich, just saying.
Is Larry? Oh, you are rich, Larry. Oh, we'll expect one. You should expect one then.
What are we going to put on Larry's trading card?
I'm going to work on that.
Something in
I'm on that.
triplicate or dual dam. Well, dual dams.
No,
It's got at least it has to at least be two.
So. I will work on that. It's a good point.
Multiple man.
Oh, well, again, I might let him pick it. I don't know because I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let me run this chat back. First of all, I want to say thanks for the super chat, RRTNZ, my good friend. Thank you so much for all the way from the NZ down there, New Zealand. Hail Clobby. Problem being, and I know each other from Mr. Brown Alliance. Oh, cool. Well, I love my buddy Probby. It was great. Probby popped in the other night for New Year's Eve to say hello. It was great. It was so good to see him. Yeah.
Nice.
And he sings your praises. Oh, well, too kind. I sing his. He's a great guy. I love Problem being. Probby's a good friend.
He's not a problem.
You could do a crossover team up with Brown sometime. His stream's very British. A bit smutty but fun. Well, I'm okay. That's nothing wrong with that. I love me some Brits. I'm an Anglophile myself. So yeah, well, that would be cool. I mean, I don't know Brown personally, but I know of him, and that's very cool. So, and any friend of Probby's is a friend of mine. So there you go. Let's see who's here with us tonight. FKHC 2005 Hike. What's up, buddy? Fairfax.
Good evening.
Penny's here. Penny.
Penny.
Good to see you, my dear. Keely Chow, roll that tide in spite of what happened Saturday, sir.
Evening.
All right, Keely.
Yeah,
My brother-in-law was very upset too. Yep.
Oh no.
No. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, maybe I can't say
Well, they win enough though, so
they win enough. I can't say your Cowboys are going to do it all, but David Glenn, hello.
Good evening.
Ravenscroft, hey.
Hey, welcome. Can't wait to see your
indeed.
reviews or read your reviews.
Vulcan Lives. Hey, Vulcan Lives. It's VULKN, so it's Vulcan Lives. DJ Play Nice. Sorry.
Good evening.
DJ Play Nice. Hey. And of course, the aforementioned great Larry.
A man so nice, you should say his name twice, perhaps thrice. Larry! I love you, Larry. Happy New Year.
Good to see you, buddy. Claude Salang.
Evening, Claude.
Did I say David Green? I'll say it again just in case. David Green.
Nice. Good evening, David Green.
I mean, not Green, Glenn. Sorry.
David Glenn. Yes, you said David Glenn. Yeah.
My eyes are. No,
that's okay, boss. Don't worry about it.
David Glenn. Mazarus.
Maze.
What's up, Macerus? Good to see you. JD Lewis, you old dog,
evening.
you. Good to see you, my friend. All right, buddy. Hope you're doing well, JD. Let's see. I'm trying to get people that haven't yelled out yet. Let's see. Come on. Oh, Dave C. What's up, buddy?
Dave!
Hey, Dave.
All right, Dave. The Dave Michael Beacom. Shout out to you and the wonderful Cassandra.
Yes, I'm waving hello to her. Please smooch your face.
Son Lee. Hey.
Hey, Son Lee. Happy New Year. Nice to see you.
Indeedishness. CLS Studio. Hello. Thank you for being here.
Good evening.
Indeedishness. Adrian James. Hello, my friend.
Evening, Adrian.
And again, the aforementioned wonderful Janet from another planet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I won't see you this time, Janet, because I remember you said you were going to try to be going, but hey, well, maybe one of these days we'll bump into each other. I know you don't live you probably don't live in town here anymore, so not be able to go this one, family stuff. I understand, dear. That's a shame. Cali Comics, welcome, Cali Comics.
Hey, good evening. Cali Comics, why are you putting hot dogs in the chat?
I don't know.
Look, I have not eaten. You're going to make me hungry. We're not allowed to start talking about food until at least 10 p.m. At least 10 p.m.
But welcome just the same, Cali Comics. I don't know if we've seen you before. Good to see you. Let's see. Let's see who else we got up in here. I think we might have everybody. We got everybody now, thanks. So up in here.
All right.
Well, there we go. I guess we got everybody there. So, okie dokie. Well. We everyone has been missing our reviews. I'm glad we're now back on track with some reviews. So, I was also thinking we might, because we've been asked this. In addition to doing a Blake 7 review and a comic review, maybe we could add something soon, either maybe a science fiction film, or what do you think? Maybe a random TV episode of something. You're not good at random, so but a film you could do, right? I mean,
yeah. And I love your suggestions, and I was having fun doing that. But it's really up to you, because every time you make the call is always good, and everyone enjoys it. So if you want to do another TV show, we can. If you want to do a mini series, or if you want to do a book or a film, yeah, I'm all in. I'll do whatever you want, and I know it will be a great time. Oh, I watched that crazy movie about that horrible director.
Oh, you watched Ed Wood?
I did.
What did you think?
I watched it with my family because I was like, Clobby said to watch this.
Oh Lord, no!
I hope
Galaxy Quest.
Oh, they love you. So we watched it together and laughed hysterically. That guy was a total moron, and the movie was so well done, and it's just so sad because that's based on a true story, and it's just it's absurd that is true. Or is very close to the what really happened with this gentleman. Anyway, we thoroughly enjoyed it. Cool. It didn't even feel like was that a Tim Burton movie?
Yes, it was Tim Burton, my favorite Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, it didn't feel like that. It felt it was good. It was really good.
For a 1994 movie to be black and white, that was definitely different about it.
Yeah.
And Martin Landau is just so terrific. It says,
but you don't Academy Award for that. Oh, no.
He did win it that year.
But you don't see Martin Landau there.
No.
Like I love me some Martin Landau, especially Space 1999. Just anything Martin Landau does, I'm into. But that was not him. That was not him. He was completely immersed in that role, and he was absolutely marvelous. And it was heartbreaking to watch him in the end, because he really was someone who really did struggle in the end. And very, very sad.
It was, and it was a touching. I mean, again, Ed Wood was a nice guy, just a messed up. He just wasn't a good movie maker or a good
he was a horrible movie maker.
Terrible movie.
And delusional, he was delusional about his own abilities,
Yes.
but a very the way that he's portrayed, you understand why so many people loved him. I mean, even people who thought he was a complete dingbat, and they were, you know, stars or quasi stars, they loved him and they were loyal to him until the very end.
Well, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I don't know if you'd ever seen it before, but I thought that was just so well made.
Elvira got ripped off. The
from
Elvira
Vampire.
didn't come up with the
Vampire sued her, by the way.
Vampire. Okay, I've never heard of Vampire.
In real
so
life.
I was like, oh, that's bad.
I think that's true. I think she actually sued Elvira.
Well, that's what the credits
Vampira.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, it's good to know the original source material. It's good to know the originator of these ideas. So, Vampira, very, very cool. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed that. So, anyways, I was just thinking about that as you were saying.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, maybe we could do a film. You know,
Yeah.
I love your taste in films and television shows.
We'll think
So
of a
I'm up
movie.
for whatever, boss.
You
Maybe
didn't watch Sandman with your family, I hope. Because
Oh God, no! Yeah, I tried to watch it with them, and we all thought it was trash, absolute trash.
Well, don't worry. They won't be
wasn't
making
my
any more of
fault.
that. Looks like Gaiman said they're not even going to try to make any more of that crap.
Oh, they're done with that?
Good,
Yeah.
it's
That's what he
horrible.
said.
Well,
Now
it didn't
I'm
get
hear-
enough ratings then, yeah.
Now
Or
I'm
eyeballs.
hearing other things where they might, but I don't think so. It didn't do well.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
and my husband made me watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think it's called.
3?
Oh,
Not the
did you
first
make
one?
it through that one without crying?
Not the first one?
He made me watch this show called Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
It
part
was a
three.
total kids show, but it had horrific images that were inappropriate for children.
It's not really aimed at little children, though. It's aimed at teenagers and such. But,
Yeah, I got that sense. So it's almost like a living cartoon.
Well, yeah, it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't bear it. I was rolling my eyes. I got up a few times, had to leave the room. I was totally annoyed by it. And
The first
fact
movie's way better.
is it
Yeah.
the first movie's better?
Second one's okay.
I couldn't reconcile the animal abuse and then the jokey comedy, and it's like the jokey stuff that's sort of like it's got this schoolyard feel to it.
Yeah, you would like the first two either.
And then
But I mean, I liked it, but you wouldn't like it.
And it's also got the two of the biggest idiots in geekdom and nerddom who are ruining everything. They're not real geeks. They're not real nerds. The gun guy and then the other moron, the Feige fellow.
James Gunn. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
It's his movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Why did he make you watch that? You should talk to me first.
Well, you got to watch the first movie. I mean, you got to start
Well,
with
yeah,
number
the one
one
thing
too.
is, yeah, I mean, you should even though you probably wouldn't like the first one either, you should always start at the beginning. But anytime like something's number 3 and you hadn't seen the first two, you probably. But hey, but that's between you and him and you and the husband, of course.
Yeah, but
I'm
the
just saying.
thing is that whenever you say that I won't like something, you're always right. And when everyone was talking about that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie and everyone was saying it, you were like, there's no way she's going to watch that. Don't make her watch that. Don't even suggest
animal
it.
stuff. Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was
I would say that I didn't mind the animal stuff because I thought that showed. I mean, first of all, High Evolutionary is really rotten and evil. Finity de Benja, what's up?
Ooh, nice name.
That we know who that is. Finity.
Oh, is that Captain
yeah.
Finity?
Good to see Finity. Yes. So I didn't mind because it showed Rocket's origin, and yes, he's a horrible, despicable monster. The High Evolutionary, and he's experimenting. They didn't show. I didn't think it was all that graphic, but it did show these characters. I mean, they're so pathetic, and they're turned into sentient beings, and it shows them. I don't know. I thought some of that was actually brutal, but pretty good. That's the best sci-fi concept of the movie. That actually was these beings being, him creating these beings out of nowhere, and they see the ceiling and think that's the world. They don't know that they're these created intelligences by this godlike being, and they're evolving out of nowhere because he artificially creates them. It's brutal, but here's the thing: when people complain about like cruelty to animals in a movie or something, I'm like, movies are cruel to everybody. Horrible things happen to everybody in movies, including animals. So I'm not saying I like cruelty to anybody, but sometimes in hero stories, you have a bad guy doing bad things.
Well,
Yeah, it
the-
was very Island of Dr. Moreau, Larry. I said that about the film.
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
a great book, which technically isn't really a book. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
novella, a short story. Well, not a short story. It is a book,
Right.
but it's just a slim volume. Anyway, I love The Island of Dr. Moreau.
But
Okay, I have to say this. I totally agree with you that as an authorial device, a literary device, it is very important to define evilness by things that we abhor, the things that frighten
Right.
us.
Villains are
And
villains.
so, when you see a dog or a cat get killed, or you read about a dog or a cat getting killed, it's usually the author signaling to you that what has done it is the very essence of evil. So I was all for that, and I wasn't put off by like the spider bunny or whatever. Like at first you're like, oh, this is terrible, but Clobby, the thing I didn't like is that I don't know, like it sort of felt like the audience was small children. And in studying communication theory in university, one thing that we talked about is that these corporations and these marketing teams, whenever they say that the movie is like for 18, for like 14 to 18, what they're really aiming for is like 9 to 13, so that they can
Right.
get parents pulling the whole family into the movie. And so for me, I think the film would have worked if it would have been less jokey, because the jokey, the schoolyard jokiness of it, next to the seriousness of
Yes.
the issue without any break, I thought was a very naive sort of I don't know,
Well,
prepubescent.
Drax.
Oh, you're not.
Drax humor.
Not only are you not alone, that is a critique and a knock of the entire MCU, even MCU, but both. And that's a lot of people. That's why it's kind of a niche, even though it's been big and made a lot of money. A
Mhm.
lot of people who one of the biggest criticisms of it, the good ones or the bad ones, is there is way too much jokey. I mean, obviously, comic books always have wisecrackers in them. Spider-Man is always joking and throwing wisecracks at his
Yes.
enemies. All these movies have way too many. They stop they kill their drama sometimes with too much jokey stuff. Gunn is one of the worst
Love and
offenders of that.
Blunder.
Yeah, Love and Blunder is the worst. But James Gunn's a pretty bad offender of that too. So yes, and then what's fascinating about this to me is that you picked up on it right away. Where a lot of people just watch him and they go, there's something about him they don't necessarily like, but you picked up on it immediately that they're over the top with the jokes, even in very serious moments. And it is something that has been, and he deserves being criticized for it, that
Yeah.
it's been a big criticism of all of the Marvel movies. I don't mind it sometimes in some films, but it's over the top with
The
James
thing
Gunn.
is that when you put it right next to such a serious issue that people find disturbing, and that sort of makes your soul kind of squirm. Your soul sinks and squirms when you see something like that.
Right.
Rather than giving them a beat to absorb the evilness of the villain and move on
Agreed.
with the movie, you're immediately jokey, joke, and it makes you think
Agreed.
to yourself, who wrote this? So is this person merely using animal abuse as a means in which to, I don't know, like,
Well,
Well,
he
that's
said he
true
was
to the
trying to
comic,
show
though.
he was trying to show it for being horrible, like it's supposed to be shown. S. Lee, hello, welcome to Clobberin. Good to see you there, S.
but
Lee.
he's turning it into
they
like
actually-
a joke instead
They
Yes.
of
won an actual
He
award
always
from
does it.
PETA for those scenes. So
why.
I mean, I love James Gunn and I love those movies.
Well, they felt like,
First
and I
one-
don't like PETA, but they felt like he was showing, shining a light on animal torture
Cruelty.
and such.
Yeah.
and
Different people from
cruelty.
PETA have actually been on record saying that they want all animals spayed and neutered out of existence, due to the fact that it is a form of SLAVERY.
Right.
They don't want pets here. Well, I'm not saying I agree with PETA.
No,
but
I don't like
Yeah,
PETA.
like
I'm just pointing that
they're-
out that a lot
the-
of on the other side, a lot of
I
people
don't
were
like PETA
upset
either, but yeah.
by those scenes.
Yeah.
But on the other side, people said, "Oh, well, you're illuminating something that's bad." And Gunn, I think that's his style, and yeah, sometimes he goes a little bit overboard, but nowhere what Takeshi Waititi did in Love and Blunder. You've got, you know,
Yeah.
she's dying of
But
cancer,
they did it in
and
Endgame. They're
then they
doing it in a
flip.
lot of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, and
But
it became it
why,
worked,
when
but
you
then
know
they
that you're
go back to
aiming
that
for
trope.
kids, like, and even prepubescence, if we know that that window is substantially lower than what they're telling the public,
I
and
can
they're
answer
trying to
that.
rope in the whole family, you know, the thing is that the first thing I thought of when I was watching that is the monkeys that are involved, or the alleged monkeys that are involved with Neuralink. And then you start thinking to yourself, okay, so, you know, what are we actually, where does experimentation, what are the limits of scientific experimentation? What is cruelty? And but you're not even given a second to consider that, because it just instantly starts with jokes, as if the people who are handling it don't care about animals at all. In fact, they want to lighten the mood immediately and not allow you to think about it at all. So it's like, it's almost like this schizophrenic
Well,
approach to it. Let's broach this incredibly violent and very serious topic, and then immediately run away from it like cowards and sort of make fun of it so nobody takes it too
Well,
seriously.
everyone in our movie theater was crying on opening night, or a lot of people, not me. No, but that was such a brutal scene. I think it really did a job of hitting home how horrible. I think in some ways the High Evolutionary in that movie was more horrific than in the comics. So I hear what you're saying about going to the jokey stuff right after that, but you know, that's his style of directing. So
Sean Carter. Hey.
Sean Carter from
hey, Sean.
Mars.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
and the thing is, Mark and Raquel, the thing, it's this, you know, this has seeped over because it was so, you know, it's not just the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or even the other Guardians of the Galaxy, it's the other Marvel movies. And now this has seeped over into a lot of other pop culture. For example, Strangled Dude Worms, just use an example. They talk all that jokey talk you see in that movie,
Oh,
number
God.
one. They do the same thing on that show. Now, this is allegedly a story. We know it's not really Trek, but point being is they're claiming to be Star Trek, and they talk just like they talk in Marvel movies, which it's now seeped into the culture, and they do it. They're ripping it off because, well, you know, something that's popular usually gets ripped off, and so
Yep.
that's. I mean, you wouldn't ever want anything that's real Star Trek, and that's not to have. Imagine them talking like that, even on Voyager or even on, you know, DS9 or even on, you know, TNG or whatever. It would be, I mean, every 3 seconds to be a stupid wisecrack. Yeah, they have sense of humor. They tell jokes like anybody, like normal people do, but everything to be a stupid joke, even in very dramatic scenes. That's unfortunately that's where we are right now in modern day.
Well,
And it is the fault of the Marvel
my
universe.
impression was that it was infantilizing. It was the infantilization of the audience. It was definitely it was definitely condescending. It was definitely patronizing. It was definitely like I don't understand how an adult could watch that show, or to watch that particular movie, and walk away from it thinking that somebody had made something for them. It's almost as if these people that made it are either nincompoops, or they had their tongues firmly pressed into their cheeks as they sort of mocked the audience, and this sort of like I don't know. It's a fear to treat your audience with respect and dignity.
Well,
Everything is a joke, or a jab or a jibe, or an elbowing har 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 that somebody would say or do in grade 6.
right.
And it's just so bad,
Well, that's
because I
James
think
Gunn.
people want something smart.
That's James Gunn for you. But again, the thing is, both of his Guardians of the movies do that. Now, the first one is very entertaining, but it does have that kind of stuff that just I don't like, about that kind of humor. But the best thing about both those movies are the musical soundtracks, the soundtracks, the music and stuff. I don't like the dance off.
Lee Pace is good in that.
That was so stupid, that dance off. But so yeah, that's just the style of those movies he makes.
The dance off. Oh my God, that's when I had to get up. I just got up and I had to walk out of the room. I just
dance
felt
off's
like
the first one.
That's the first one. You saw the first one?
Or did they have a dance off in the third one too?
They have a dance off at the end, and I had to get up and walk out of the room.
Really?
Because it was so cringy. It was actually.
You got to see. You got to see.
It was going to
Kevin
break my
Bacon
cringe muscles.
That's the first movie.
No.
There's a dance off in 3. I don't even remember it.
At the end, they're all dancing and singing with one another. It's
Well, it's not dance
ridiculous.
off, but he
Oh,
saves
when
the
they were on the
universe with a
planet.
dance off
Oh,
in the first one. Yeah.
oh yeah. I think that's when they're on that planet and when that deserty planet and they're all hanging around.
No, they're in the ship, the mega ship that's like it's the mega ship is like it's like a planet inside of it,
Yeah.
and there are people inhabiting it. And at the end, I don't know, maybe they did go to a planet. I thought
Were
it
they
was
just
like
celebrating? You talking about after they'd start
yes,
one every?
and
Oh, they
the
were just
rocket,
celebrating.
the cute little rocket character turns
I
on
love Rocket. Yeah.
like a Walkman style thing. He turns on the radio and it's
He's
broadcast
actually no.
all
I got
over.
that's a Zune 30. I have one. It's by Microsoft, the brown one.
Zoom 30.
It's a
Anyway,
Zune.
Yeah, but
It's the Microsoft
that's a
Zune.
scene. They do play a lot of good music. Now that if that's just a scene where they were all celebrating or whatever, but they actually have a scene in the first movie where with the really horrible, very universe-shattering big bad and Star-Lord have he tries to have a dance-off with the guy. He just does it to distract him, but it's really disturbing. It's
Because he
stupid.
loves Kevin Bacon. You got to watch the
no,
Christmas
this
special with Kevin
stupid
Bacon.
movie. At the end, they played a song on the little Zune thing, and the little rocket guys started dancing, and then the big bald dumb guy with the marks all over his
Drax.
face was dancing.
Oh, I love Drax.
Everyone was dancing, and it was so stupid. I wanted
Oh.
to scoop my frontal lobe, the melon baller out my left eye socket. It was absolutely head desking. I had to.
Well-
there was so much cringe.
Let me put it to you like this. If, and again, I will not, of course, get between you and your husband. That's between you and if you, however, had said to me, my husband wants me to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What do you think? Would you like to hear my answer? Which is too late now?
Like Raquel doesn't want to watch that.
I'd be like,
Right.
no, you don't want to watch it. I mean, like I say, your husband, might like it. I actually like the movie, but I would say no. I mean, there are Marvel movies I think you would. Captain America, the first Avenger, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, great, wonderful movies. That'll again, I think you'll enjoy them for just entertainment value. They're not super jokey. They have the origin of Captain America is beautifully told in First Avenger. It's fun. It's both a fun popcorn film, and he's a great character. You'll like Captain America, I think. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you would. And then the first Avenger is more of a 70s intrigue. It's, to me, the greatest ever of superhero movie ever made because it's actually more of a serious film and it has great, amazing action. Like a superhero movie should have that, right? It should have great action set pieces, but it has so much more than that. And yet it's not the kind of violence that would make you have to, because you told me about a violent
like a James Bond movie.
Yeah, in other words, it's not the kind of violence that would make you have to not watch like a certain movie you told me you watched recently. So that and it wouldn't. They don't kill their drama with dumb jokes every 5 seconds.
Oh God, the jokey joke stuff was so bad. It's like
which they do in a lot of the other ones. Yeah. So no, look,
you might like the Christmas special, the Guardians Christmas special, although it's past Christmas.
Well, that's a jokey joke, but it's
because that's a joke.
Special.
Yeah, but that kind of humor would come.
You know what would fix that movie?
I don't think
if
the
they
Guardians
left
are for
all
her.
that serious crap in it about the animal abuse, and they allowed that to be the discussion, and then they treated the GENOCIDE. I hate the algorithm. Anyway, and they treated that properly so that these guardians could come in. I hope I'm spelling that correctly.
You are.
I'm trying to think of the things I'm going to say. Plus, I'm spelling. I feel a little weird. I'm trying to avoid the algorithm anyway. Brain's doing lots of things at once. And just allow the treatment of those very serious issues to exist, and then allow the team to have a very serious approach to stopping that and to care about it. And maybe the interpersonal stuff could be the jokey stuff, but just overall absolute and complete fetid shite. A bucket of poop that isn't worth throwing against the wall. Just don't go near it. Don't go near it.
No, I hear you. I'm totally with you. You should, those would not that you would be big into any of those, too many of those movies anyway, but those were not the ones I would recommend. So,
yeah.
But
And no
anyway,
wonder, I got to say too, as a social scientist, I have to say that I totally understand now why there was so much outrage surrounding that film. As these superhero movies progress, we've gone from a beautiful Superman movie where adults were watching it and they brought their kids, and it was almost like The Lion King. There was a complete part of the script that was written for adults that only adults would get, and then there was a part of the script that was completely written for small children so that families could sit down, watch Superman, and feel so satisfied. And we've gone from that to treating adults like they're all, teenagers or prepubescent, kids at school, sort of giggling and body functions are somehow humorous, and just nothing can be taken seriously. And so I think what they're doing is they're actually ruining the opportunity to cultivate the superhero of films to be something very special, like Lion King, like Superman. My offspring, I would very easily allow her to watch any Superman movie when she was young, and I wholeheartedly would have watched those with her, loving Superman. Superman is a marvelous, marvelous character. And at no point did I ever feel like I was watching something for children. And now these films, I'm sorry to say, they feel like they're for little kids, and very patronizing, and very unenjoyable. And now I understand the outrage in the geek community. I fully get it now, because I watched that and I was like, WTF am I watching? Why am I watching this? Shut this off.
Well,
Shut it off.
wait
I
a minute.
wouldn't suggest-
Ravenscroft,
Go for
yes,
it.
go ahead. No, I'm going to say something. Ravenscroft, yes, you can post it and we'll read it later because he wants to post his review.
Okay,
We're about to
Yeah,
get.
go ahead, Ravenscroft. Sorry, we got it's this whole thing is
Well,
my
we have-
fault. I derailed everything. Sorry, Ravenscroft.
No way, you got to blame me. It's in my contract. But I just want to say I really love Guardians 3. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. But I just love that hero's journey, and it's Fanti saying in the chat too. So Drax is really, he's almost autistic, and by seeing all the movies, you kind of know the character. So there's a shorthand in some of those movies. But I hear what you're saying. But I just thought that character of Rocket as a 3D animated character, you believe that character is real, and you feel his pain at the end, and
Great, and
it did
everything
affect
he's
me.
in. He's in
That's a
3
cool
Guardians
character.
movies, and he's in the 2 Avengers movies, and he comes off as a real kid. That's why I didn't mind the third one. They told his origin, and yes, there's a brutal aspect to his origin, but look how he's really good in it. I thought.
Isn't that Bradley Cooper?
Yep,
that's his voice. Yeah, and Sean Gunn does the physical performance. It's motion captured, and it's almost like when Dark Knight Returns, Miller, that comic became so popular, everything was dark and depressing, and we've all been complaining, too much of the superhero movies and comics went down that route. And James Gunn had an amazing success with the first Guardians, and they kind of started adding that humor in, but it was okay if it was just in the Guardians, but not everything has that humor. So Thor: Love and Blunder is one of the most terrific stories. Jane Foster's dying of cancer, and the comic is beautifully
and they're making
written.
jokes,
and then they're making jokes at the at her deathbed, and it just all the jokes. I mean, she's fighting. Once in a while to have a little quip here and there to lighten the mood is one thing, but Thor is not not Loki. He's not cracking. Loki wouldn't crack jokes either all the time. So that's where you something gets popular and you just run with it. And then look at the Marvels. Look what they did to Nick Fury and all the jokes they tried to add in there.
It's genre conflation. They're trying to appeal to everyone and all audiences. And when you appeal to everyone and all audiences, you appeal to no one because you lose your charm. You lose your audience.
It's kind of Whedon speak too. I mean, look, I love Whedon's work on Buffy and Angel and Firefly. Then he got a hold of the Avengers, and I love his Avengers movies. I love them both. However, and it wasn't out of line necessarily because superheroes in comics generally do talk like that. They make jokes while they're fighting baddies. They do all this other kind of stuff, but it doesn't have to be in everything. I mean, sometimes can we please talk about Blake 7? Max? Yeah, I guess we can, Max.
Maybe.
Did we just get in trouble?
Ravenscroft, please go ahead and post yours whenever you're ready. Yeah, like I said. But yeah, we're not supposed to talk about this because Max doesn't want us to. Max is the boss after all. Let me see what Max's rank is again. Oh, it's not captain. I am the captain. I'm here. I thought we were a democracy or something, and
There's no democracy here.
Here I thought that Max was the captain, but it turns out I am. So no, we can't talk about play. No, I'm just kidding. We are. I love you, Max. I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Bailey, when this becomes a democracy.
The long
Max
and
doesn't
short of
want
it
to talk about
is,
this.
Clobby, you pick wonderful films. Let's do them. Let's do the good. Let's do the bad. Let's do the ugly. Let's have a ball and pick some films, and we can add that to the repertoire. I am totally on board. No,
actually, see, the thing is, Max, it is my fault because I never thought in my life Raquel would ever watch any of those Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
Now I can't believe that
I
one
barely
did.
I barely did.
Barely
I actually had to get up and walk out of the room, and I was laughing, saying, "This is stupid. This is for dumb people."
Well,
I don't mean to insult anyone who liked the movie. I truly
I
don't.
liked it, but I don't care. It is stupid.
That's what happened. I got up and I actually had to leave the room. I was so.
Did you say this is crap? Crap.
Yeah.
No, but I should have for Zathras.
What did the hoodie say about it? Did he say he likes it or he doesn't care one way or the other?
Well, he said, "Well, yeah, you're right."
But he enjoyed it, I bet.
Hey, hubby, when it comes to superhero stuff, buddy, let me help you guys out. Let me call the shots on that. If you, I'm kidding.
Did he put Dumb and Dumber on after that?
Now that you should watch.
Stupid.
Now you should watch Dumb and Dumber.
Look, I tried to watch that. I made like 2 seconds into it, and I'm like, "This is way too ridiculous." You know what the Offspring did? The Offspring got together with Andrew and tried to make me watch that that stupid movie with the guy who I don't like. It's a race car movie, and they're all pretending that they're like race car guys.
It's the new Ferrari movie. Ford versus
it's
Ferrari?
A comedy, and it's got that stupid guy, Tom C. Riley or whatever.
Oh, yeah, Aldega something.
Talladega Nights.
Oh my God, that's not for Raquel.
Oh no!
Oh my God,
I wanted to die.
You would have liked Guardians better.
Thank you for making us a part of your evening routine. Sleep, beautiful lady.
Who? Oh, Penny. Good night, Penny. Michael Beacom, how dare you? I'm revoking your guy card. I'm just kidding.
Love you, Michael Beacom.
Hey, Michael, just kidding. Just kidding, Michael.
I thought you said the guy you don't like. I thought you meant Paul Foster.
No.
Oh.
No. It was that guy. I hate that guy from Elf or whatever. What's his name?
Will Ferrell. I hate
Will. I hate that guy.
You know what I would do to Will Ferrell?
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Want
to see a good race movie? Check out Gumball Rally. Yeah. Hey, Michael, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Oh, sorry.
Did I upload that one?
You should have clipped that one.
I think I did.
All right, let's get some Blake 7 going on here.
Yeah. Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys!
That was Raquel watching Talladega Nights.
I would jump out of the moving car. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh, the movie is just one of the greatest movies in history, but I don't like it. And my better half says, I always joke with her, "Do you want to watch Dumb and Dumber with me?" Like, she's like, 1 in a million. I'm like, so you're telling me there's a chance?
So, Gumball Rally's okay, but I know it's not necessarily a race movie, but I love Smokey and the Bandit's the best of all the car chase movie ever.
Son of a bitch.
Thank you, Ravenscroft. That's very kind of you to say.
But what? She does. Well, except for she hangs around with us, so that's suspect.
It's because I have great taste.
So, all right. Well, are we ready? Is everything set
How do
up?
I get the slideshow? I
We
gotta
are,
get the
we are,
slideshow
we are.
ready. Yep.
Folks, we are now going to start reviewing Blake Seven's Project Avalon. This first aired on February 27th, 1978. And it's going to be a great time. So sit back, relax, and get your reviews ready.
By the way, it is 46 years ago this week that the very first episode of Blake 7 aired. Bum, 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 bum. Wah, 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 wah.
That is a great poster. Put that back
cool,
up.
yeah.
There were more posters to come. I haven't made them all
Dun,
yet.
dun, 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 dun.
I got more on the way.
Yes.
I'll stop making them for a while, but I'm going to make them at the end of the season. I'm going to have a poster for every episode.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm so mad I kept forgetting. All right. All right. So what, we're ready?
Yeah,
We are. Tell us a little bit about this episode, boss.
Alrighty then. I'm not gonna tell you where I have it rated or what I have it ranked or rated yet, but I do have every episode ranked and rated. But first, let's see, Project Avalon, which is season 1, episode 9. Basically, there's a very well-known, very accomplished dissident leader who was one of the most big names in terms of rebellions against the Federation, and her name is Avalon. And she has gone to this planet, which I can't remember the name of at the moment, I must admit. This very icy planet, and she has gotten what?
Like Hoth.
Like Hoth. Well, that helps. It's like Hoth, but it's not actually Hoth. Folks.
I think it's a big long S name, because remember when they reveal the native inhabitants, it's like Saravethians or something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
It's something like that.
They have of course a Federation outpost on that planet, and it turns out that Avalon has needs to get off of the planet. She's contacted Blake. Avalon is such a key figure in resistances all around the galaxy, that she's got a lot of value information. Excuse me, I got a cough. Clearing. She knows all the names of all the key leaders. She's got a lot of info in it. So, hey, Fiona. Well, welcome,
Fiona.
welcome.
Yeah.
Hey!
So anyway, Avon has been called. Excuse me, Avalon has called Blake to come pick her up to bring her to another planet, and so they have a rendezvous to get together. Well, turns out, of course, we find out at the beginning of this episode that Travis he's traveling with a mutoid, played, by the way, by the wonderful Glynis Barber, who will be a regular in the 4th season. Spoiler alert, but not as a mutoid, of course. So this mutoid running around with him is the wonderful Glynis Barber. Travis meets a contact, a spy he has in the rebellion ranks on this planet, who is helping him set up Avalon for capture, and the capture takes place. Travis and the mutoid capture Avalon. Later, we cut back to the Liberator, and I guess you probably didn't clip it, but it's one of Avon's best jokes ever.
Me? Oh, now, wait a minute. It's cold out there, and I'm very susceptible to low temperatures. I've got a weak chest.
The rest of you is not very impressive.
Oh, I gotta get. That's not. I know which one it is. I thought I did it. Here, wait.
There you go.
Here we go. Here, it's coming up. Here, 2 seconds.
So there's a great exchange.
Does it support any intelligent life?
Does the Liberator?
I will.
Is that it?
Yeah.
They're going to use
That's
that
my
one
first
over and over.
note in my notes tonight.
Does the Liberator? No one would say it, but no one can make that line. That simple line is funny as Paul Darrow could.
But it's also the tone of complete and utter disgust.
Yeah, the look in his eyes. Yeah,
there's a mischievousness to it, though. Does the Liberator?
Yeah,
because
it's great.
Remember because after that, when he talks about another idealist, poor but honest, I shall look forward to meeting her, and he goes, with eager anticipation. Is your anticipation enough to join us? Not quite. I think I shall contain my enthusiasm here in the warmth. So there's some fun there's contempt, and then there's some fun behind that as well.
Yes.
So Avon and Blake and Jenna go down to the planet. They find Shevna or whatever, who's been shot, but he was one of the few, the only one that survived the massacre from the mutant Travis and his mutoids, who was, of course, a compatriot of Avalon. Blake decides, well, we got to get her out of there because she's got all this info in her head. They get that stuff, and it'll be a catastrophe for the rebellion and all these planets. Blake, of course, and that's important stuff. So calls down Villa to come help him get into the complex. In the meantime, we find out that this is all an elaborate trap for Travis as he twirls that mustache he doesn't have. The one and proper Travis basically informs who shows up but the Supreme Commander herself, Sutherland, of his plan, of course, is to create, I guess we don't find out until later, but to create a perfect android replica of Avalon, to have her go back to the ship with a file of a very, very, very dangerous, miraculously quick working virus that actually cleans itself in a matter of a minute, but it could turn a person into a pile of dust in 23 seconds. And so that's their way, of course, to Travis's plan to capture the Liberator, because remember, that's what the Federation has encumbered him with, not just killing Blake or stopping Blake, because as he points out, each time my plans were complicated by the fact that you all want the Liberator, which is understandable. And I like how this is the episode where Blake realizes that. Later, when Blake gets back with Avalon and starts to wonder after they break her out, this was too easy. It was a dud gun he got shot with and didn't kill him. And so basically they want the Liberator. Boom. First time that kind of sinks in there. So the android Avalon kills Shevna because he knows her well. The other ones don't. Jenna's only met her once. So they manage to apprehend the android and barely get really lucky, and the file does not break with the Fubonic plaguey thingy or whatever it is called. Phobon, whatever the hell, forget about it. Basically, Blake asks Avon if he could reprogram. It's not necessarily, maybe a few functions here and there. He said, so he basically comes up with a plan to, because I still need to get Avalon out of there. So he beams down, he teleports down with the Avalon android, and one of my favorite scenes of all with Blake and Travis, when he has the android holding the file I like when he holds up the file, and Travis, is about to shoot him, because that would not be very clever. And he's holding that thing, and of course they all know what it'll do. He sets the thing in the hand of the android, tells them to give me the real Avalon, takes her back to the ship, and of course, Travis is barely able to catch the thing before it falls, the file, and basically he gets thrown right under the bus by Sutherland, who says, well, you know what? Somebody's going to swing for this, and it ain't going to be me, baby. There'll be an inquiry, says her in her super sexiness. My God, is she so hot in this one? And then, of course, that's your basic nutshell of a plot. Now I will turn this over to my wonderful first officer and let her elaborate on my really ridiculous, rough, stupid ass synopsis.
Well, once again, that it was a marvelous synopsis. I wish that you were writing the summaries on Wikipedia and on IMDb. So that was awesome. Thank you so much. Especially
I would be
just
well
off
more.
the top of your head. I love you.
That's just off the top of the head. I would definitely take more care if I were writing that somewhere.
Yes, well, that's just who you are. And not a lot of people realize this, but you wrote a screenplay, and so you should be appreciated for your eloquence and your ability to convey fidelity to all of the the subjects that you explore, and I just love you for that. So I won't be hearing anything about how that sucked. It was terrific.
Thank you.
The first thing I wrote down in my notes is, does it hold any intelligent life? Does the Liberator? I am in complete agreement here with my captain. This is such a great line. And this is indicative of this cerebral television that we are missing in our epoch. Unfortunately, we have corporations and teams of writers writing instead of being able to enjoy an author who truly cares about his subjects, his characters, and his storytelling apparatus, and all the details. So Terry Nation, everyone knows I just love him. Right off the hop, I love the locations and the set design in this episode, and the locations in this episode are truly excellent. I love that we open up on a screen, some type of screen depicting the snowy, it's almost like Antarctica. I love that there are real caves. I love the oddly bubbled walls of the hallways. These are amazing details that are very futuristic and incredibly immersive for the viewer. I love the death tech. I love the way that the rooms are set up. And if you were a nerdy kid, like more like an academic type kid, like I was, and you're growing up and you're watching PBS, if you were one of those kids, you know what I'm talking about. This totally feels like those old shows on like Nova or PBS, where you were watching and there they were, deep in the South Pole, and they were erecting these structures in order to be able to stay down there and to stay alive. And if you were doing that in the 70s, like I was, in the 80s, you know how intense that was. This was the South Pole was still this forbidden, scary, terrifying place. And so I think that Terry Nation and the crew really set that up really well here. Like I said earlier, it's very immersive. When you're walking down those hallways, when you're walking down into the caves, you get that sense. They're thrown into real caves situations where they have to duck. They could hit their head. They're thrown in real water. These aren't puddles. This isn't a set. So we had a locations manager out doing this. And I really love those bubbled walls and how everything is steel and it looks like it's insulated, like those old nerdy programs that I used to watch about at the South Pole. Servalan is absolutely gorgeous, stunningly gorgeous in her furs. And of course, like always, her high beams are on. She has very testicles, and they are powerful. They are the most powerful testicles in all
Here,
of the
how about
universe.
how
we
about
love
we say Serverland here?
They excite
I love
people.
Servalan.
The fact that he is still free gives them hope, and that is dangerous, Travis.
I thought you that clip.
Ace, cast iron.
Ace,
What's up,
cast
brother?
iron!
I hope
Hey,
I'll see you.
Sweetheart.
Hope I see you Saturday, buddy.
Yeah, and I love the whole Instagram Ace Cast Iron. I'm having a great time. So it's a 1701 from me. No bloody A, B, C, or D. Just
Yes.
absolutely love the photos. So keep them coming.
Oh, cool. By the way, everyone, if you want to start writing your reviews now, I'll star them. We'll read them. But right now, we'll continue with our review. Yeah.
So I love that the director takes some time to show Servalan throwing this extremely expensive, I'm thinking that was some type of mink or fox, might be white fox, unfortunately, or Arctic fox, fur down behind her, and one of her guys, one of her SLAVES, picks it up. And I like that the camera shows that. The camera takes time to show you that she just does not give any Fs. All Fs. She gives no Fs. And once again, we have this idea of a completely subjugated population. But here, it's emphasized for effect, and it's quite marvelous because they show us that they're not just drugged, that they're not just subjugated by this polluted, horrible empire, but they're also used for experiments. At any time, you could just be pulled up from the street, drugged and have horrible experiments done on you, and no one would be the wiser. You just die. And unlike the stupid movie that I watched over the Christmas holidays, this gives you a chance to absorb the horrors of that, what it would be like to be plucked off of the street, to have someone drug you and then kill you like your life does not matter.
These are some total horrible, monstrous scumbags.
It's
But
true.
that's my point, though. When it happens to animals
Exactly.
or humans, it's horrible. I mean, these
It
people,
is.
these are less
Yeah.
feeling than anyone. It's like, yeah, we need a test. We'll just test it on this. Boom, we don't care.
Yeah.
They exist.
It's true.
Horrific.
It's true, and it's very important that you treat that subject matter with dignity, and you allow a pause so that the gravity of that, the heinousness of it, can truly be felt instead of cracking jokes. And believe me, Blake 7 has plenty of jokes, but it's cerebral enough to know when a treatment is appropriate and when it isn't. So I really enjoyed this part of this subjugation, but upping the ante in proving just how disgusting and inhuman this empire, these people are, by using human beings as experiments and plucking them off the street so anonymously. Your life is so worthless that you could be plucked off the street and they can do an experiment on you and no one can do anything about it. I love that Servalan says to Travis, I never approve anything until it's a proven success.
Yes.
Clobby was talking about this earlier. This also resonates with me because it shows that she does not want to have any tarnishing of her truly evil and effective reputation, to the point where even though she is sexually attracted to Travis, and she thinks that he is the ideal weapon to achieve what she wants to achieve, if he falters, he will fall on his own. She'll be the first to push his head under the water. And so we see just how evil Servalan is here. I love the super tense teleport scene. I have to say I've watched this episode 3 times. Once, like, I don't know, 2 years ago or whenever, when Clobby first told me about Blake 7. And then I watched it before we went on break and then during break. And so I've watched it 3 times now, and I do have to tell you, the tense scene where we're scared they're not going to be beamed up on time is very real. You feel it, and it's terrific. This episode feels like a film. This episode could have easily have been a film, and you may have heard me say that before, but that is because of the writing of Terry Nation. Here we have not only a viable script, but something that could be expanded into something much bigger than it is. And that is the heart of science fiction short story. That's the mechanism when it's at its very best. When someone sits down, they write an incredible short story, and it gets pushed into a novel or it gets pushed into celluloid. So I just love it. And Terry Nation is just so talented. I'm just so proud to know of him and to watch his marvelous cerebral adventures here. I love the attention to detail here about the closed vents and the recycler due to extreme cold. I think that this is the exact thing. Not I think, of course I think, geez, what's wrong with me? You could tell I'm rusty. This is proof positive of what I'm saying about how science fiction writing is not like other writing. You have to think about the scientific angles in play, and if you don't understand them, you have to do your research. And so for any of you who, thought about the South Pole, you've watched a lot of stuff on National Geographic, PBS, Nova on the South Pole, you know that this is incredibly important information. And so the fact that Terry Nation has included it shows that he cares about what he's writing, and also the quality of the science in this science fiction. So bravo, I doff my cap to this brilliant man. I also like I've got a weak chest, Villa, and the rest of you isn't very impressive, Avon says. I would also like to say that I really enjoyed the discussion about the premise of ice crystal harvesting. So here, not only do we have this completely subjugated race of people who are indigenous to this planet, but we have a unique mineral process going on here. And I like that we take some time to explain that. And it's not gobbledygook. They pretty much explain like what it would be if you discovered diamonds or gold or titanium. Just and then they go to the trouble of explaining the way that the empire actually uses the stuff that they're harvesting from this planet. Once again, this is science fiction. I don't need your gobbledygook. I don't need your nincompoop word salad. I want some science in my science fiction. And so, bravo, Terry Nation. Thank you so much for that. And I also love that my marvelous, murderous mutoids show no mercy. And that is all I have to say about this episode. Boss man, I love this episode. Mark, I thought it was really good. And I'll tell you, fellas, this whole idea, this bioweapon, another aspect of this science fiction that I just absolutely love. We've got the premise of the ice crystal harvesting, their usage within the empire and in propulsion or infrastructure and development on all of these planets. We got the closed vents due to the need to recycle because it's too cold. And then we've got this crazy cool, wicked looking bioweapon. For me, fellas, this is just great stuff. I really enjoyed it. And for me, Project Avalon Season 1, Episode 9 is a 7 out of 7.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Mark, words?
Oh yeah, I got a few things to say in this episode. Yeah, I really did like it, and as usual, Blake 7 gave me a lot of work because there was a lot of quotes. So
many quotes in this one. Yeah,
so many good ones. I think I got most of them, but this one with hope is dangerous.
They excite people. The fact that he is still free gives them hope, and that is dangerous, Travis.
And then the follow-up.
The loss of it can be fatal, and the source of it all is about to be wiped out.
So
hey,
Travis works.
Roland 79, welcome. Sorry about that. Good.
No, hell to Roland. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, when we were doing the watch party, I was commenting during the watch party, and as Raquel said, yeah, the sets are excellent, and the location,
yes,
set up. I mean, on a fraction of the budget of most shows, they really make this look good, and the camera angles and the trader is climbing through that cave there, scurrying through. And I was, half joking. It is similar to Star Wars in some ways, but not that it's an homage or a ripoff, but it just reminds you of that in a good way. It reminded me of being on Hoth, and you really believe you're on another alien planet, with this minimal budget that they're pulling this all off, and it's due to the great dialogue and the great acting. So yeah, and Travis is so devious and server-line, that line, yeah, she's not going to prove anything till she gets,
Right.
it works. Right. Yeah. So you're smart as a politician. Yeah. That wasn't me. That was that other person that screwed up. Right. I mean, it's not very ethical, but she's a villain. Right. So that was excellent. And then the idea of the robot, the android, the double there, and the Avalon, she's not quote unquote Princess Leia, but in some ways, they're trying to rescue her. So that's a common trope, how you have to rescue someone who's got all the information, or the rebel leader. But it was very well done. I'm not saying it was, again, not that it's a ripoff, but in a way that was really enjoyable on a limited budget. And the effect of when they open up her head, and then you're looking, as the slideshow goes by, you can probably get a clip of that.
Yeah, you had a clip. Yeah,
and she's pretty cute too, right? If anyone remembers the Bionic Woman and the Fembots. So when she's, but the show is also brutal too. I mean, they're interrogating her, and she knows they're going to get all the information because of the technology. And she says they're going to kill millions of people, and that weapon is so interesting because it's I
was going to say, yes, Ravenscroft and Vulcan. Mark does a watch party of our Blake 7 episode that we're going to review before we review it on our Thursday night show. So it's on his channel. He'll send you the info. If you haven't been to his channel yet, please go subscribe. And on the night, like I said, before we came here tonight, he did a watch party of this episode.
Mm-hmm. And you're more than welcome to join in.
Yes, please join him. Good.
Yeah, we do that so people can, have a chance to watch it and kind of enjoy it together. And we're in the chat there, and I'm making quips on YouTube or hopefully salient criticisms or comments. But we're in another channel watching it, so yeah, it's a lot of fun, and
it's Mark's channel, and it's a good channel, and you should follow it. And Mark is a terrific host. He's a very, very good friend of ours, and you will have a great time. Just don't eat all of his popcorn.
Right. So the other thing I was going to say too, so the neutron bomb back in the 70s was a lot of controversy about that. That was an atomic bomb that would just kill people from radiation. So this bioweapon is even an evolution of that, because after 23 seconds, it does the horrific job, and then it's up. Safe. Boom. And then it's safe. So that was, I remember the controversy of the neutron bomb. Everyone kept saying how horrible it was. I'm like, well, you're killing everyone anyway. But anyway, it's it was horrific.
Everlasting fallout. This one, it didn't have everlasting fallout. This was a bioweapon, and it was over in seconds.
Yeah. So as Travis says here,
it's not a pleasant death, Blake.
So I gather, but it would have its compensations. I'd share it with you.
And the Supreme Commander, he said.
Yeah, I clipped it to keep it.
I got you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But no, you're right though. Yeah. That's a great. That
was a follow-up line.
Yeah. Yep. And
first time Blake meets Serverland, actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And of course, you do get the humor too, but it's not overdone. Like Villa's your comic relief.
I don't know why it always has to be me. I'm tired of being indispensable.
It's the great scene when Avon beams him down, teleports him down when he's not ready, and then he and with that look on Avon's face,
the smile.
At him.
Smile.
Avon and Callie laugh at him. So funny.
Is that his biggest smile in all the episodes?
I think so. Right now his biggest mischievousness.
Yeah,
it's almost like when Spock raises his eyebrow. Like it's that rewarding when Avon smiles like that.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
I'd say it's equal for viewer enjoyment, like for viewer satisfaction. Spock raises his eyebrow and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And when Avon is fully smiling, like pearly whites everywhere, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And this is another great Avon line.
Another idealist, poor but honest. I shall look forward to our meeting with eager anticipation.
And then, of course, the follow-up.
Is your anticipation eager enough to come down there with me?
Not quite. I think I shall contain my enthusiasm here in the warm.
I love the way it says that, here in the warm. Especially having watched it, a few times now.
Yeah.
You just you understand the character really, really well.
Yeah.
And I got some couple of show notes too from the website here. So let's see. So it's I'll put this in again. So it's Fandom Blake 7.
There's the robot again.
Yeah, Tobor. So which is of course that is that C3PO there? Or no, that's one of the probe droids.
Yeah, Imperial probe droid.
And so here's some story notes too from this wiki, which are pretty good. So Glynis Barber, who appears as the principal mutoid in this episode, later returns, and I won't say what role, but she does later return, which I already mentioned. Let's see. In the original script, Callie accompanied Blake to the planet when Sally Kenyette, how do you say her last name?
Yvette. I always say Yvette.
Yvette complained that she wasn't given much to do, so it was rewritten to have Jenna go down. Glynis Barber was doubled by Stuart Fell in the scene where her mutoid leaps from the ledge and attacks a guard, who was doubled by Sid Child. They originally planned to do opposite stunts, but didn't look right. Oh, that was interesting. That stunt looked great, I thought, in the final scene. Yep. The cave scenes were filmed in Wookiee, Wookey hole near Wells. This is the same location used for the Doctor Who serial Revenge of the Cybermen, also directed by Michael E. Bryant. So yeah, as I started my watch party, I said, this reminds me of Doctor Who opening in some way. I guess that's why.
Yeah.
Before being cast in a guest role in the story, Julie Vidler had been seen for Jenna, I guess, so that she was considered for that role of Jenna. This episode saw the second and last appearance of the Federation's security robot. The shooting schedules were very tight for the whole first season. There was just not enough time to deal with an unruly robot. Yeah, the tech back then was very difficult. You know, famously in Star Wars, they could never get the droids to perform the remote control versions. Yeah. The shoot on the base was inspired by the opening battle from Star Wars, which premiered in the UK on the same date that the series aired. Interesting. The gun that Chevron uses is actually U.S. Army M16 automatic weapon.
Yeah.
Of course, they use that in the future. Yeah, and of course, that's an old school version now. If you see it, no,
yeah.
That you just kind of the budget. You just let that go. Yep. In Arthurian mythology, Avalon was an island where King Arthur was buried after he died in the Battle of Camlann, and it was filmed in Milton Quarry Wells, Somerset Wookie Hole near Wells. Okay, production errors. And when we see Jenna exchanging fire with the Federation guards in the sequence after villain Blake break Avalon out of her cell, we see her fire at a guard who ducks out of the way. Then we see her fire again, and then we see the guard fall to the ground. However, as they fall, another dead guard has suddenly appeared in the left hand of the shot. Also, the falling guard hits the wall as they go down and causes it to wobble. I noticed that was minor. Yeah. When Jenna shoots another guard a short while later, one of the dead guards in the foreground twitches their foot. Well, so what, right? I'm just reading this cold. Yes, he was twitching in death.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Don, Ranger Power. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Don.
Don Power Ranger!
And the shot of the guards of all... Who wrote this? And the shot of the guards all chasing the group. Ooh, shin kicks. Out of a metal doorway, the doorway wobbles. I don't care about that. After the group has teleported to the Liberator, boom microphone is briefly available above the teleport bay after Blake's line. Again, take care of Avalon. Put her up in the cabin. Well, that's pretty common. The boom mic appears. And let's see here. Among continuity among the prisoners in the Senate are Ishtar, Hen, Raker, Kellar, and Pellar, I guess, who appear in the series as well. Travis states he could have killed Blake twice if he hadn't been instructed to leave the Liberator intact. This could refer to the on-screen encounters with the Liberator crew in Seek, Locate, Destroy, and Duel. It doesn't seem an accurate description of events, so may refer to off-screen encounters. It is notable that at the end of Duel, Travis was pursuing the Liberator, yet he's already on the planet waiting for Blake to arrive. So those are some of the show notes, but yeah, I don't think there was anything majorly wrong with that episode. I thought it was really good, but I'm gonna give it a 6 on my score. It's just not perfect, but pretty darn close.
Okay,
I enjoyed it. Yep.
Anyone else?
I gotta have a higher. Need somewhere to go up at some point too, right?
Yep. I got you.
Can I please ask what the indigenous people were called before we give it over to Clobby?
Oh, I have that. I think on here. Let's see.
Can you look that?
It's in the wiki, I think. Yeah. Let's see.
And what's the planet called?
Ice planet. Let's see. Let's see the mutoids. Let's see. Did I mention the name?
Subterrans. Thank you, Max.
In the beginning, I have it.
Those. I thought you were talking about them. Yeah, the Subterrans. Yeah.
I thought it was much longer. The name of them.
No, that's the B.
Maybe Subterrians. They pronounced it on the show.
I'm pretty sure it's Subterrans. Yeah. In fact, I know that's how they pronounced it. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. So we're talking about they're the ones that are mining the ice crystals. So yes, Subterrans. SUBT. Yeah, I'll put it in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here's the Subterrans. Yep. So not too long. Yep. Subterraneans, kind of like the mole people. Yeah. So that, as you said too, that ice crystal, that's a great, like the spice, or that's great, or oil, or that.
Right.
Great plot device. Yeah, and that makes sense to be used in a laser. Yeah.
And then to also to have a conversation about how they're using it to expand the empire and furnish the empire with wealth, right? So this is what science fiction fans are looking for. I don't care if you like mac and cheese, and I don't want to see you crying in a hallway.
I won't play the clip, I promise.
There are humanoid creatures called Subterrans. They live in caves. Quite what that says for their intelligence, I really wouldn't know. Thank you, Max. Cool Avon quote. Okay, so I, as you all know, have these episodes all ranked and rated. All 52 of them, in fact. So, Project Avalon for me is number 19 on my list. I have it number 7. It is a 7. It's that great of an episode to me. It's the second highest first season episode on my list, and I dearly, dearly love it. So, top.
It could be a film.
Stuff. Oh, indeediousness. Yeah, good point. And if anyone has a review, please write it down, and I will read it. I have some starred already.
So this is your number 7 overall, you said, or
no? It's a number 7.
Number 7. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's 7 plates out of 7.
It's ranked number 19 on my
over 19 overall, not 19 overall. Yep.
And I give it the episode. I give a 7 out of 7. So the highest rank you can get for me, I have a couple some 7 plus plusers and 7 plus plusers. That sort of. But it is a solid, top-notch 7 in my opinion.
This could be a film, and it wouldn't take much to turn it into a film. This is a good, like, hour and a half long film, maybe even a 2-hour film.
Max, mine's ranked 19. Is yours 13? You got a question mark there. So you asking me a question?
Oh no, he was ranked 13. No, it was ranked. He's asking where you ranked it. Like
mine's 19.
19, yeah, number 19 overall. Yeah.
Okay, he's got 13. All right, so I'll read yours, Max, as soon as wow.
Nope. I think you just unstarred stuff.
Okay, you go and star them, then I'll start reading them. Okay, Ravenscroft wrote one and said, let's see here. 7. So gives it a 7, 1 of 3. I guess that's your ranking at that number. I'm going to go with that. So Ravenscroft gets it a 7. Great actioner, strong role for Jenna. Love Blake's game of chicken with Travis. That was a great scene, yes. Serverland coldly killing and smiling, a great foe of our hero for our heroes. Wonderful gun battle action. Okay. You can feel the cold. Poor Gan pummeled again. Avon's ingenuity and that awful little purple ball. This is the show at its quality height. One of my favorite episodes. I'm with you there, Ravenscroft.
Yeah, Ravenscroft, you're right.
Agreed. Character revealed through action, not just senseless action.
Yes.
Blake's sarcastic supreme commander quip, love it. Yeah. And another classic Avon line, re the planet. Yeah. Does the Liberator?
Does the Liberator?
Yeah. I just
That's
love
a great review, Ravenscroft.
Yes, thank you, Ravenscroft.
Thank you for that.
I'm right there with you. Max Redstone says grade A minus. Meaning 6 out of 7. Okay. Ranking 5. My ranking 5. Clobby ranking. No, my ranking's 19. So you got it at number 5 all time, and it's only an A minus. Oh, you're a tough crowd. But no, my ranking's 19, brother. Anyway, what is not to love in this episode? We get to see Travis and his beloved mutoids inflict the destructiveness of their implied reputation. True enough. Serverland's entrance is nothing less than magnificent. The ultra secret virus is a super ball that turns you into a garbage pail kid before death. Excellent work by the BBC Radiophonic Workshop in Indeedishness.
What a great comment.
The score carried the episode like Gan carried Avalon. Sadly, this will be the last we see of Veer Lorimore's security robot. Sorry.
Boo!
Travis nicely foreshadowed the massive Federation body count.
Mm-hmm.
Hideous indeed. Blake and Villa did not need to take off their guns for the prisoner ruse. Blake ends up playing Battleship to get into the detention block. Okay, there is one thing that bothered me, and on the rewatch...
What?
Let's see. Avalon was replaced by the standard Triple Omega, and the red flashy light machine did a bang-up job of reprogramming her. My problem, this technical bit is just too damned good. See. Blake and Callie have been in the flashy light machine. Couldn't also be replaced by the Triple Omega? I don't know. This bit, for me, was a great plot point that ended up being too big to be left on the table. A lot of shows do that. I hear you. The teleport scenes had wonderful tension. It was so thick that you could cut through it with a knife.
Mhm.
Alas, Travis has failed once again. Will he be back? Only time will tell.
Mhm. Nice.
Thank you, partner.
Good, good.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max. Appreciate that. Somebody else
Excellent. Thank
has-
you for taking the time to do that.
Apparently, it's time to update my B5, my B7 ranking spreadsheet, says Max. Well, no,
You
that's
gotta
a
share it at
Yeah.
the end of the show.
No, yeah, when we get them all done, and Max, I'm gonna get Max to come on with me on a Wednesday night, and we're gonna both share our ratings. Who knows? Maybe we'll update him
Oh,
or something
nifty difty.
if he wants to. If he doesn't have to, it's not like it's I'm not
Mhm.
ordering to or anything. It's just
No.
if he feels like it.
Oliver Belamonte.
Oliver
Hello,
Belamonte.
friend. How are you?
What you say,
Hey, Oliver.
thee? What say ye, sir? Good to see you.
And we have one more quote to close out the episode.
It takes all my life. We'll destroy you, Blake. We'll destroy you. We'll destroy you.
I often get the impression he doesn't care much for Blake.
No,
It's just
well,
that's a vibe I get off of him. He doesn't really approve of Blake so much. He's not that fond of him. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he really could probably just do without Blake. Or does he love him? I don't know. He could have a crush on Blake. He could. I don't know. But my sense is he would rather Blake not be breathing. Almost as if he's got like some sort of grudge against him, you might say.
you could say, yeah.
I mean, he might actually not even like him at all. I mean, hey, look, I know I'm stretching, but once in a while, I think Travis probably just doesn't think a whole lot of Blake, or thinks about him a lot, if you know what I'm saying. But I think deep down, he's probably not on Travis's Christmas card list.
Nope.
No.
Ravenscroft has to scoot. He says, apologies, work beckons. Take care, all, and thank you for being you, Ravenscroft.
Good
Thank
night,
you so much for
Ravenscroft.
joining us this evening, for taking the time to watch the episode, to engage us with your marvelous conversation, and provide us with those excellent reviews. We enjoy it so much. So thank you so much, and sleep sweet, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, good night there, Ravenscroft. Good to see you. In fact,
care,
I may elaborate, I may even go more on limits. I think he actually has bad feelings towards Blake. I'm going to just.
You didn't get anything for Christmas?
He probably. I'm going to go. And again, I know this is harsh. I bet he didn't even. Not only did he not get anything for Blake for Christmas, he probably didn't even wish him a Merry Christmas. I'm going to go. I doubt that the two of them ever sat down and had coffee. I doubt he ever, bought Blake like a flower or a Christmas present or said hello, how you doing? I bet he shows no concern for Blake's well-being at all. It's just a thing. Just a vibe. I could be wrong. I could be way off base.
Guess.
Yeah, guess. I'm sometimes think that not only that he almost would think that the universe would be better off without Blake. I know I'm going to an extreme here, folks. You probably think I'm rushing to conclusions. I sometimes think that he has absolutely no regard for Blake's feelings or his well-being at all, meaning Travis. Now, let's see. You want to argue with that? That's a hill I'm willing to maybe exist on for a while until I perish on it. I'm just saying.
I think they exchange Valentines. Come on.
I think not only would they not exchange Valentines, I think he would probably do something really nasty if he saw a Valentine with Blake's name on it. He might pee-pee on it or something.
He might.
In fact, I bet he says bad. I bet he even he spreads nasty rumors about Blake. Okay, I said it. I took the leap. I think he probably sends mean tweets to Blake. Are you there?
Mean
there.
tweets.
That I know
Worst
that's a little
thing you could ever
extreme.
do.
Yeah, I know I'm going out there.
I hate those mean tweets.
I'm just afraid he's going to try to commit an act of violence on Blake one day, okay? And try to blow his ship up or something. Just a feeling. And shoot him even.
And shoot him even.
He might even shoot him. I don't know. I know that's crazy talk. I mean, Travis is not that kind of guy, but no. He wouldn't shoot anybody.
Fanty.
You're wrong. Travis would buy Blake's favorite thing for Christmas, then he smashes it with a hammer. Now, see, a lot of people don't know that, Fanty, but there was one of the scripts. I actually have a few of the unshot scripts, and there was one of them where they decided that the BBC decided they turned the script down because they thought it was a little harsh. In that script, Travis went on social media in the Federation and he actually called Blake a big poopy pants. And
It was a TikTok video that he
Yes.
clipped, and then he
Right.
put it on all of his social media.
And he accused Blake of pooping in his own pants, and that's stuff. That's why he went on trial. A lot of people know that the Federation actually court-martialed him over that because they thought it was a little bit harsh. So,
What a
So I
shitty
think-
thing to do.
Ooh,
Bad guy.
language.
Nah,
Language.
that's just- Blake picked Travis and the Secret Santa, and here we are. Yeah. Well, that's another thing. There was a rumor
What?
that Travis picked Blake when they had a Secret Santa, and he actually got Blake, and he did not even send him a present.
What?
We sent him a card that said, "I hope you have a shitty Christmas." That's a rumor. That's a rumor. I don't know. I don't want to besmirch Travis here if it's not true. Man. Okay. Beating the dead horse now to the point where the horse has come back to life and said, "Would you cut it out? We get it. It's not funny. It never was funny. Shut up." Okay. But I don't think Travis likes you either. That's right. And Travis doesn't like horses either. Travis doesn't like apple pie, puppies,
What?
boobs. No, he does like those.
He doesn't even like chesticles? What's his
No, he does.
problem?
He does.
Well,
like
he doesn't
those.
care about missing body parts, I guess, on his own body.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he
He
doesn't.
doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but so basically, he's not a very nice guy. Because what I'm trying to say, I don't want to be mean,
He's a villain.
He might be a villain. Well,
Villain.
that's a little harsh calling him a villain, though.
Sorry. An
I mean-
alleged villain.
Do you think? Okay, yes, it's true. He shot a lot of people that weren't armed. Yeah, he gave that guy like ball that would turn them into a dust, which was not very nice. That was not. I mean, look, I remember that when I threatened to tell his mother that he did that, he was not happy. He said, "Come on now, you don't." Because I looked point blank at Travis one day and I said, "Does your mother know what you do for a living?" I stole that from a Rockford episode, by the way. It's a great episode of Rockford Files where these bunch of mafia thugs had him in the back of the car as they beat the crap out of him, and they're driving along to take him somewhere. And he looks at one of the guys. "Does your mother know what you do for a living?"
Oh my gosh, I think I might actually remember that episode.
Yeah, I love that show. Oh, there we go. I think I've probably said my piece about Travis. I think there's no more needs to be said. So let's
The one and only Travis.
the one and only.
The one and only.
Thank you.
better
Thank you for the
Travis,
slide. Thank you for the slideshow, buddy.
You're welcome.
Yes,
you're welcome.
everyone in the chat, please thank Mark for providing all of the visuals that make the commentary and the conversation that much more interesting. Great job tonight, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Much
Thank you.
appreciated. Yep.
Clubby,
Glad
would
to-
you do me a favor?
Yes.
Would you
Maybe.
please tell everyone about Untold Voyages?
Oh, but we don't have it. I didn't read it yet.
Well, I know, but maybe
Like
I
an
was
intro?
Yeah, like
Like a
an
primer?
intro, so that everyone who has the ability to
Right.
get to a comic book store would buy them. I already know Larry's in the chat, and Larry's like me. He collects books, and I know he's collecting the comics that we cover. So maybe it would be a good idea if you could give everyone a heads up. They could get to
Okay.
their local comic book store if they would like to have the physical copies of the comic.
All right. Starting next week, folks. Ooh, I gotta find you. Hang on a second. Ouch.
Show some.
We are
Put
going to
some
start
pictures.
our 2024 comics reviews next week, folks. I'm going to start this way, but I was pretty sure you did not have all the issues yet.
I still need issue number 3. I have to find it somewhere. I don't want to pay $25 for it. American. I just want to, you know what I mean?
I understand. Untold Voyagers. Okay. All right. This is where we're going to start next week. We're going to start at number 1. You might have to read a digital issue, though. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I have to complete the collection.
I understand that, but you can still read one.
Complete the
Yeah,
collection.
you might have to read it digital.
It wouldn't kill you to read one digital just while you're waiting.
No, it would kill me. I would die immediately.
You would die?
No.
I would die.
The bridge is smashed. The power is out. You just might have to do it digitally.
No.
See
If
how
the
mean we
power's
are?
out and
That's why
and
we didn't start
and the
yet.
dash is smashed, then I need the physical copy now more than ever.
That's why we didn't start yet. Well, all right, everyone, soon, and when we're able to, we're going to start reviewing this comic book. Star Trek, The Untold Voyages.
Look at what Max put in the chat.
$25 US. Oh, no, really? What?
I love you, Max.
That's 47 million Canadian. Yeah. Or billion. Or is that trillion?
$47,233,953,319
That's the shipping.
$319
It's just the shipping. Yeah.
That's just the shipping cost.
That's just the shipping, Chloe.
Avon sends Travis. Avon sends Travis works of art that have images of the edges of the painting, but blank in the middle. Well, Avon is that kind of guy now. I don't want to say anything bad about him. Avon kicks puppies. So there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Even Travis doesn't kick puppies, but Avon does.
Travis would say that about him, though. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he kicks ugly puppies. I'm just kidding. There's no such thing.
Ugly puppies.
I would rather him kick kittens personally, but
No.
Why? I don't like cats. I love I like doggies. Everyone, cat fans, please don't. I was just kidding. Dad Man Walker.
Dead man,
The dead man.
What's up, Dad Man? What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well.
Just got a cat,
the
so
first
watch out.
8 of the last series, the first 8 or 9, I can't remember what it is. It's either
Of
the
what?
first 8 or the first 9 were
what?
outstanding.
Oh, Early Voyages?
Yes. Early Voyages,
Yeah.
the first 8 or 9 of them are excellent. And then the rest of it is just finger painting your own feces.
Wow, that's so uncalled for.
Sorry.
You obviously haven't read very many comics.
I haven't. That was my first comic book series. You know this.
No, I mean, yeah, those later comics, obviously we all agree weren't that good, but there's a lot worse out there.
Oh, good God. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Villa sent Travis Penthouse magazines, but tore out all the good pages first. Now, Villa's been known to do things like that.
Villa.
So anyway, here we go, folks. So as soon as we're able to get the 3rd issue for number 1, we're gonna our next Star Trek review comic will be. There are only 5 issues of this, I think, right? 5.
Yes,
Star
there are
Trek
only 5.
Untold Voyages, Tales from the Second 5-Year Mission from Paramount Comics, just like Star Trek: The Early Voyages was. Yeah. Ugh. Dave Chappelle. Wow.
It might be number 3 might be at my local comic book shop. Well, it's not actually really local. I have to drive to another city to get it, but I might. And this particular comic book shop doesn't have a telephone.
What?
Yeah, they don't have a phone. They don't take phone calls. They don't have a phone. You
They don't
just
have a
drive
phone.
there.
Website or no?
No, you have to go there. It's really old school. And so I'm going to go there tomorrow and
Do
see
they have
if
a
I can get it.
payphone?
He's a sweetheart though. When I walked in, he dug them all out for me and he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't have number 3." But do you know that he gave me the whole collection and they're all boarded and they look really nice, except for number 3, of course. And he gave it to me for $15 Canadian.
Nice. All of it?
Yeah. All of them but number 3. And
is he going to try to get 3, you said?
Pardon?
He said he's going to try to find 3, or do you know?
Yeah, he knows of a couple of people who have 3 and they don't have the full collection, so they don't care about keeping their collection together. So I'm gonna go and see him, but I have to drive all the way there. But it will be worth it. And you know what else he has? He has those super expensive classic books turned into comics, and he has the Odyssey and the Iliad there. Oh, I want them so bad.
Cool.
They're so expensive. One's like $40, the other one's like $60.
Can't believe he doesn't have a phone though.
He doesn't have a phone. Can you believe that?
It's
I mean, we had a phone in when the first comic shop I worked in. We were in a barn outside in the backyard of a guy's house. We painted fruit stripes on it. You couldn't even fit you could barely fit anything in there, but a couple of tables and racks, and we had a freaking phone.
Yeah.
So K. Robert, say there, welcome.
He's got to have a cell phone. You're not allowed not to. Hell, you're not allowed to have a cell phone or a tracking device. Yeah.
This guy has nothing, but he assures me that he will soon. But I mean, it looks like the comic book shop has been there for, I don't know, maybe 30 years. And so soon has been a very long time, I think.
So this will be our first review, folks. Want to start next week, or you want to wait till we make sure you can get 3?
No, let's start.
We need to start. And what if you had you printed one and read it on paper?
I
could do that too.
It would be so much money, though.
Not just to print it on paper.
A full A1, no A4. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I published anything. A full 8.5 by 11. You're looking at a full sheet like that. You're probably looking at currently at least 65 to 70 cents per page in ink to do that. It's a lot.
That much?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And how many pages? How many pages are we talking? Oh, this thing smelled so good. I enjoyed reading it today. It was good.
Well, there we go. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and we'll definitely start next week. We'll start our reviews. Yeah, hey, hello there, Sean Carter. I think I said a little earlier, but just making sure.
You're looking for number 3, Raquel?
I am, sir. Yes.
Okay, I see for $3 USA.
Yeah, but the only thing is once you click on it, they're like, we need $29 American shipping and handling, and you're like, what?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
See, that's it. It wouldn't cost me that much to send it to you, probably, if I had it, if I could find
Ships
it.
to Canada. Let's see, how much does it cost?
Canada.
Canada. I love it when you guys call it Canada or Canada. I think it's hysterical.
You know, Don. My Saints might need for your Seattle Seahawks to lose to the Cardinals this week. Sorry to hear that. In advance, I'm apologizing. Not that it matters.
Oh,
they're not going to win it.
$15 to go to Canada. But that's still very expensive. Yeah,
$15.
$3.
Yeah,
still better than 30 though. I mean,
yeah, right.
Hey, great. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that's when you want to buy. You got to buy, like if you bought, 5 or 6 or 10 comics. That's
that's what I usually do with those Texas people that Clobby knows about. Those Texas people, the mycomicshop.com or whatever.
Do they have it?
Yeah, those people are the sweetest people. But what makes it worth it is they pack it in hockey equipment. Obviously, it's not hockey equipment, but it's like hockey equipment. And it's very reasonable if you get a whole collection, because they want around $20 to send stuff to you. So you if you get it all done in one fell swoop, you're good, right? But for one comic,
that's yeah. You want to buy them. You want to buy them all at once. Yeah, package at once.
It's Max again.
Yeah.
$3.
And the thing is number 3 is the one with bones on it.
Yeah.
Max.
I saw that. Yeah.
$15,239 for shipping.
Yeah, right. And look at how beautiful the bones one is.
Let me see.
It's a nice one. The past comes back to haunt Dr. McCoy.
I wish he'd done more of this series. Oh, yeah, there you
go. I don't know. I read the first one, and spoiler alert, I thought it was really good.
It really sucked that bad?
No, I really liked it.
I think that means you hated it. That's code. That could be code for you hated it, because I'm throwing that doubt there so people don't know for sure.
Oh yes,
yes. Days.
They'll be surprised. Woo! I'm just kidding. It does. It's not every. There's no such thing as a spoiler when you say you liked or disliked something.
I also really like the fact that the TMP uniforms are like they
Yes.
fit exactly the way. I shouldn't be talking about this. We need to talk about it next
Right.
week. But
That's all
I
right.
love
yeah,
that
that's
the uniforms fit exactly the way that Gene Roddenberry wanted them to fit. Whomever did this comic understood what Gene was talking about with the futurism and understanding the cross between a military and astronaut
Right.
coming together in one uniform, and it just makes the TMP uniform so great. It just it's so good. Anyway,
Nice.
and the guys look great in it. Nice washboard abs. Everybody's looking nice. It's good.
Wah, 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 wah. Makes me want to watch some Trek.
Yeah.
I did that last week. It's cheaper to mail to Hawaii than from Detroit to Windsor. That's crazy.
Wow.
Right?
Michelle. How far from the border are you?
I'm in Alberta, and I live in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Think
Which-
east of Jasper.
That's pretty far. I would know. Yeah. Yes.
We call it Yaspar, but it's Jasper.
Ah. Well, that's just some crazy talk there. They should be able to. I mean, it should have normal freaking shipping. This is it's just outrageous.
I know,
It's like
right?
they don't want stuff, I guess.
Well, plus you have to deal with tariffs, and I mean, you can send it Canada. I don't know if they have shipped media mail to Canada. Inside the states, we've got media mail, which is nice. So.
No, media mail is cheap here, but they don't. I don't think they have it.
Untold Voyages.
I've shipped some stuff up there to you though, but it wasn't. I mean, it was not cheap compared to our ship. It wasn't like horrific. It wasn't
Like,
good.
look at this person from Australia. They want $3 for the comic, and they want $23 for the shipping.
Jesus.
Oh, I found a set in Canada, 1 through 5.
Is it $50?
It's $51.40 Canadian.
Oh, that's nuts.
That guy does not answer. If you try and get a hold of him, he doesn't
Blackmore's
answer.
Amazing Journeys.
Pardon?
Blackmore's Amazing Journeys.
I think that's the guy. Can you show the screen?
Yep, I can show the screen. Yep.
Mohammed Said, hey there, welcome, my friend. And Kay Roberts says, find a nearby U.S. consulate and get a Marine to pass his APO address, whatever that is, at U.S. rate. Good plan, probably. I wouldn't know how you do it.
$36 for shipping? Like, WTF, folks?
It's nuts. Because there's a border.
It's ridiculous.
So I don't know what that means in Canadian dollars. I don't know if that's expensive or not expensive.
No, that's perfect, and that's marvelous.
And $15 Canadian shipping. It's all location Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
That guy, we tried to get a hold of him. He did not return any of our calls.
That's
we called that guy. We messaged that guy. That guy would not answer us.
Well, he's got 4,800 reviews, so maybe he's away for the holidays.
Dude, $10 a pop for those? No.
No,
$10
$10
says
Canadian,
they're mint
right?
or near mint.
It's not worth it. I mean, those books should be, minimum
$3.
$3, $4, $5 books, maybe.
And
maybe
I don't think
one
he'll
is
break
worth
up the
number one.
collection, but Andy tried.
Yeah, you got at least you got all but one. That guy, if he got those, he might be able to track that 3 for you. Give him a chance to find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the local guy a chance, and he was a sweetheart. And once he found out that I liked that I was like enamored with the idea of having the classics as comics, I think he thought I was an interesting lass. I was totally blown away that he had them, because you and Mark had just shown those to me. So I was like, hey, do you have these? And he had them in a glass cabinet, and he took the box out and he just let me go through the whole box, and all the comics in the box were 50, 60, 70, 30, 40. It was just all over the map, but very expensive, but worth it, because he was explaining the condition to me. And that some of them were just so beautiful. Like, he was so passionate and just so kind. And then, of course, I told him about Clobby. And that was interesting. It was fun.
Cool.
You got to watch out those classics. It depends on what reprint number it is, and you don't know which one it is.
Well, I didn't
unless you
buy.
open it-
Did you notice
No,
that
no, you didn't.
I got on the walkie-talkie immediately, and I was like, "Mark, come in, Mark."
Yeah.
I had a full nerd moment. I was like, "Clobby, Mark, Clobby, Mark, come in, help."
Stephen Callell says, I know it's a little ways off, but after this latest Trek comic series review, what about reviewing the Star Trek movie comic adaptation? Seeing what, I wouldn't be opposed to those. Just for at some point. Again, remember the thing is, we have to have a physical copy in Raquel's hand because she won't read digital. We're tried, and we can't. We can't.
You did read a few digital, Raquel, didn't you?
We're trying to force her to.
I tried, but it was horrible. It burnt my brain.
It's just enough to give you the idea of whether the story's any good or not. You can still get the physical one day, but I mean, that allows you to read any comic ever, the digital. But we're not going to force you to because we can't.
We're not going to put you in the agonizer booth.
We can't hold a phaser on her.
.com and let's go Untold Voyages.
They only have 3 of the issues.
We only have 3 of them.
What do you mean?
If you live close to the border town, it would be worth getting a P.O. box across the border. If you got to be not close, though. Yeah.
Get out of here, Mark. They don't have number 3 at mycomicshop.com?
I don't think so. Check. I didn't think they did.
Come on, get out of town. Oh my God, everyone bought all the Untold Voyages. Damn it, Mark.
Oliver, I'm going to ask that question in a minute. I'm starring that one, Oliver, and I will get back to that question in a little bit. Well, let's deal with this, what we're doing now.
So what happens, can I please ask what happens if you order from mycomicshop.com, but you use the eBay tab?
Well, they sell in both places, so it's the same thing. So certain people shop on eBay.
Good night, Maxie.
Maximum Redstone.
All right, buddy. Good.
You got to check. Sometimes they have coupon codes for mycomicshop.org that might not be applicable for eBay, and vice versa. So that's sometimes you can get deals that way when they, if you bought stuff from them, they'll email you coupon codes. And same New Katie I use also sometimes. I check them; they didn't have all the issues. So those 2 are some of the bigger ones.
Mark,
and Atomic Empire.
$25 UPS.
Yeah,
for one comic.
For one comic, I mean.
Well, it's a tariff. You have to pay?
Yeah, no, I have to pay crap on top of that.
Yeah,
right.
Ridiculous.
Going across because I'm shipping. I've been selling tools to Canada, and when you go to
this looks like a job for Jay, man. I'm gonna get with Jay.
Where is Jay? Can somebody walk you?
He's not close to you. And tonight now he's asleep by now. But I'll ask him. Like he can locate any comic anytime you need one. And since you're in the same country, it won't be ridiculous. So, when we need an issue or something, he goes to a lot of shows, both he and Sean. They'd be happy to help you, I'm sure. And
I got to talk to Sean. And I got to go to that guy's place because this is ridiculous. I mean, what is $25 USD right now? That's quite a lot.
That's ridiculous.
What is that? Yeah.
That's way too much. Yeah.
What, like $37 or $38 for me just to get the comic here?
If that guy can't get it, I know Jay could probably track it down. Jay would have been with mine.
I forgot about Jay. And Jay's always telling me that if I need him, that I can call on him.
I know he'd be happy. I can't speak for him, but I will speak for him because he said he would. And Sean, either one of those guys can track. It's not an inexpensive comic. And then if they found it, it wouldn't be but a few bucks to ship it.
I love those two. Those two are the finest.
They're good friends. I was on with them tonight, and we're on with them tomorrow night. I'll ask them tomorrow. Got to make sure I remember.
They helped me with my first book so much because they're both highly intelligent people, and they went in under their real names and left the most beautiful reviews of all of my stories. They are such loyal and kind and intelligent people.
Great friends.
I don't even know how to ever thank them. I'm always going to call them out as loyal and kind friends. And they're both just brilliant. I love those guys.
I will be talking to them tomorrow night. I'll be on with them tomorrow night, and I'm going to ask them.
Yeah, could you ask Jay for me?
You got it.
Oh, look, Princess Fee found one in Australia. It's cheap to ship to Canada. It's only $58. Great fee. Jeez.
And that's that's the kind of fun comic like this. Like if you go to the old comic book shows with stacks and stacks of comics in cardboard boxes, by the end of the show you'd be able to find all 5 no problem. And sometimes if these are like $2 to $5 comics depending. If you pay $8 for one just to complete your collection, you don't feel so bad and you're buying it. You're not paying for shipping, so that's the fun of a show. You never want to get ripped off, but like those classics illustrated, if it's a comic from the 60s and maybe it's worth $10, but you got it in hand and you're paying $20 and then you don't have to pay for shipping. And a lot of times
I do not, there is absolutely no way in HE double hockey sticks that I would ever buy those classics unless you were with me. So I'll walkie-talkie you and I'll actually put you or Clobby on the phone with the guy and you will get a visual on it and you will see it and you can talk to the guy with me and we'll all be on the little conference call together because I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole unless you're with me. But I would like to have it.
No, that's what I'm saying too. If if it's $15, it's not like you're buying a $200 comic. You're worried about getting ripped off. It's maybe even if it's worth $10 and you pay 15 or 18, well, you got to always factor in shipping and it's worth it there. But when you really don't want to get in trouble, is like Clobbering Times was saying when the people said we have Superman #1, and it turned out to be you always tell that story. It's the reprint. The reprint, you take the cover off and it looks just
like a replica.
Scary,
type
right?
Replica,
Larry, hi, sweetheart. You're allowed to doze off, darling. Yep. It's like almost like midnight or something where Larry is. Honey, you're allowed to have a nap. I love you. Welcome back. We're talking about the fact that I can't find number 3 for under, let's say, 50, around 50, maybe 40 or $50 shipped to me. So we're all sort of trying to figure out how I'm going to get a number 3.
Well, if you won a game of Royal Fizbin, it might be a little bit cheaper to afford. You have a couple of things to show. If you want.
Before you do that, let me answer some.
I'll get set up. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let me do answer some things some people have said in the last start. Oliver Lamonti says, Raquel, is there a possibility you'll occasionally review any 80s underrated sci-fi films at the Clubhouse?
Yes. If the boss says yes.
Yeah, I mean, again, underrated is an interesting term. I guess it would kind of be what you consider to be underrated, but Raquel has reviewed many movies here. And so I think it wouldn't be a bad idea for once in a while, or even maybe once a week, because you've done like multiple movies. So just one wouldn't be a big deal if the 3 of us could all watch it or something. And an 80s, that's a good idea. I mean, so I tell you what, Oliver, give me, you don't have to do it right now, unless you just want to. Write down a few of what you would consider to be in that category as far as underrated 80s science fiction movies. I know a lot of 80s movies that I really like. But
what was that movie that I reviewed that had an 80s version and a 1950s version? And I liked the 1950s version, but the 80s version was atrocious.
Invaders from Mars.
Invaders from Mars. The 80s version was horrible, but the 1950s version was excellent. And Larry, sweetheart, my love, you did not miss the comic. Because I don't have the third copy, the third issue or edition of the Untold Voyages, the captain has put it on hold. So we're going to start next week, and hopefully I'll have number 3 in my hot little hands by then, and we'll start reviewing. The boss was just basically introducing it to everyone tonight. Just to make sure that everyone who wants a physical copy has a chance to get it before we begin.
Indeed.
Empress NM!
Empress NM. Something is out there. Says technically a pilot. I remember Something is out there. That was a TV show, wasn't it? Okay, let me answer something else here. A couple more. Muhammad Said says, I have read New Gods 1, Clobby. Orion is a very interesting character. Metron is always 3 steps ahead. Yeah, I love them both. I'm glad you're getting started on the 4th World. I love it. Yeah, Orion's my favorite of all the characters, even more so than Darkseid. But I do love Metron. And so I'm glad, man. Just keep me posted how you doing with that. Fiona asked you, Raquel, have you tried reading an e-ink digital. I don't know what an e-ink digital is.
No, I have not.
What is that? I don't know what it is.
I think that I'm pretty sure that's the technology where it's like it digitally appears, but it looks and behaves like a paper book. I believe you can even use marginalia and all sorts of things on it. Like you have a stylus and you can add marginalia. You can underline things. And I think, yeah, they have various things that you can do now. There are some authors that are even using those to write as though it were a journal.
Oh, okay.
And then after you're done writing it, I think if it's legible, it can transfer it into a computer font. So, good night, Mohammed.
Mohammed, good night, my friend. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you, buddy.
Have a good sleep.
Keep me keep me posted on how your progress with the fourth word. I'm glad to hear you reading it, sir. I hope you're enjoying it, and thank you so much for popping in. Have a good week, a good weekend. Just another red shirt. Hey! What's up, buddy? What is up, Kemosabe? Good to see you.
We got to be seeing you. Nice.
Be seeing you. Yes, she says. Yes, e-ink looks like paper. It's pretty impressive. Easy on the eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I'm not here to do it before. Fiona also said, I used to love browsing the straight to DVD sci-fi shelf at the video store.
Yes.
Some real hidden gems in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. At the local or at Blockbuster, I think that the local bought so many duds that it was like sorry for the cliche, but a treasure trove of those B movies. And yes, a bounty. There was a bounty of them, and now I look back at them and I think those were pretty spectacular.
Absolutely, isn't Kalel says, I understand. I thought it would be interesting to see how faithful the adaptations might be versus what was changed from what appeared on the big screen. I hear you. Actually, I think the first review that we did when we started reviewing Trek comics a few months back was the Star Trek The Motion Picture adaptation. Kalel, Stephen, if you weren't here for that one, wasn't it not our first one? I think it was number one. I think the first thing we reviewed was the motion picture adaptation.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
so there you go.
We were flying by the seat of our pants back in those days.
And as far as the movies go, they didn't do a Wrath of Khan adaptation until 2010. So it was the only one that didn't have one when each movie came out. I remember they skipped it. Then Trek 3 had one, Trek 4 and 5 and 6, of course, and then I guess the TNG movies or what have you. But the Wrath of Khan did not have one until around 2000. IDW did one, and it's not. I don't know. It was okay, but it would be. That wouldn't be a bad idea to get to have those to just for the heck of it, just to see the adaptations. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need a spinner rack. I asked for one for Christmas. I didn't get one, but I'm going to find one.
A short box. Spinner racks are tough to get in there, expensive as hell. You need at least some comic book boxes.
I want like a creaky old comic book spinner rack.
Well, so do I, but I'm telling you, those things are. I mean, I used to have one back way back when I got one from. I got one back when I was a kid, and my mom and dad gave me one. There's Minimus, say Minimus.
Oh, Minimus.
And eventually they threw it out. It kind of got busted up a little bit, but then later.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
Oh yeah, and then of course my comic shops didn't have too many spinner racks because those were they're not good for a comic. In the early days, they were at 7-Elevens and what have you.
Yeah.
But it was bad for the spine of a comic.
And
in the days before backing boards, comic shops, unless they had like a bunch of cheap old comics, they would. Like I had a friend of mine that I helped run a comic shop. He had one or two of them, and he would put some of the cheaper old comics that were, that he would sell cheap for the hell of it. But in terms of keeping your comics safe, they were not conducive for that so much. They had long boxes forever, and now I remember I switched all my long boxes to short boxes after a while.
That was a great idea. Thank you for that suggestion. I still have a lot of long boxes.
What did you do that?
Well, all my new stuff is going in short boxes.
Oh, because of me?
Because of you, yeah. It's your fault.
Oh, okay.
But so much easier to carry and handle.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't I think of that before?
Oh, it's so easy. The short boxes, man. Again, I don't have
You
the
can't
collection
fit
I
as
used-
many, but yeah.
I don't have the collection I used to. I remember when I was working at one particular shop that I was running for somebody, we had over about 100,000 long boxes, and guess who had to lift them all? So I was a lot younger, and of
Yeah.
course I used to be because you're young and a jackass. You think you can lift anything. I lift
Yeah.
like 3 in one time. There's over like 300 something comics in those things.
Well, you are the thing.
Yeah, I'm the thing. So
We
it's no
expect
problem.
this of you.
And but that didn't. I didn't carry them too far without.
Then your back
I once
goes out.
I once had the price and grade like all those comics.
Jeez.
I spent like months and months and months just doing all this stuff. So where do you get all these?
Yeah, where do you get those wonderful toys?
Where does he get these wonderful toys? So
you want to see some toys?
Oh, we got toys. We got some toys. And by the way, number one, we'll get you done early. I know because you got to. I mean, it's a school night.
Oh, we still got a half an hour.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's
but again,
yeah.
Same. I got to get up very early also. So.
Oh, do you? Oh, well, that's good.
But tomorrow and then the next day I got to get up early to go to the con. I'm never going to get any sleep the rest of my life.
I wish I was going to that.
I wish
I
you
want to
were.
go to that.
Come on down. It's a New Orleans Expo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about guests, but if I did and I could have afford autographs and crap, the only one I'm excited about is Peter Weller. The great Peter Weller. Buckaroo, Banzai, RoboCop. I love him so much. I forgive him for being in. He also was on an Enterprise episode. I forgive him for being in Filth Trek because he's Peter Weller. Not so many people I would forgive for being in Filth Trek, but he's one of them because he's RoboCop and he's Buckaroo Banzai. Oh, look at that Galactica ornament. That's beautiful.
So,
that's awesome.
This is a little enabling here. Hallmark's got
that's a new one, yeah.
Been off right now, so this is brand new, and I had to have it.
Oh, nice.
And she lights up. Of course,
let's see. Hold it sideways for a second. Here we go. Get ready. Narration. Fleeing from the Cylon tyranny, the last Battlestar Galactica leads a ragtag fugitive fleet on a lonely quest. A shining planet known as Earth. I'm sorry. I love that show. I can't do Lauren Green, though. That was a terrible Lauren Green. Sorry.
I miss Lauren Green. I also miss
Yes.
Lauren Green's New Wilderness.
Yep.
That's a good
Lawrence
show.
Green. I miss him as Adama and Ben Cartwright. What other noises does it make?
No noise on this one. I was very shocked. It's just lights.
Can you see? They forgot to put the hand of God on top of there. Maybe. I guess you could say it's probably up there. It's just so small you can't see it. The last episode, do you remember, was really good. You know, people say what they want about the simplicity of the stories on the original series. Remember the last episode called The Hand of God? Where Apollo found this old, at the very top of the Galactica, Apollo found this old, like, abandoned, like, thing that was on the very roof that was used for deep spar exploration, like hundreds of yards ago, as he said. And he could, it helped them see like really far out. There was no one to use it for a while. They brought the girls up there, and that was the one that turned out that the very last scene, at the very last episode, they were looking for Earth. They actually caught a little bit, as they'd already left and didn't see it, but the TV screen on the thing caught the moon landing. One small step for man, so
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers, we landed on the moon.
And spoiler the last episode of the real Battlestar Galactica. Sorry, folks.
Well, Galactica 1980 had that one great episode with
Starbuck in it. That was a
Starbuck,
good
yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was
Enemy
the last episode. Maybe.
Enemy
I
Mine.
don't remember any of
Yes.
the original episodes because I only got to watch them one time, and it was when they originally aired. But I just remember absolutely loving that show, and it's not available here.
It was. I've watched it so many times now, but especially like I remember back when it was the first video VHS I got when we got our big ass ridiculous expensive VHS player in 1979. I got for my birthday. I got the Battlestar Galactica movie, the theatrical version of the pilot. For like it wasn't cheap either, but I got that and watched it over and over again. Of course, watched the show when I could record it finally. And they did Galactica 1980 wasn't all that great, but I love the comic. I had the Marvel comic. I was nuts over it. And I love the show. It's not Star Trek. It's not Doctor Who. It's not
No, it's not
Star
that.
Trek. But it's like it's a wholesome, like sort of a family
It is.
Western in space. It's kind of
I
like Miss
loved that
Bonanza
show.
in space.
When I was young, I absolutely loved that show. Oh, look,
love-
there's that's your
I
doctor
love
from
the-
Doctor Who, right?
I love the characters. Yep, there's the 11th Doctor. Love it. Matt Smith.
Nope.
Let's see. Spoilers, I still want to know what Apollo saw in the wreckage that let him Patrick McNee was Satan. I think he saw, I hate to say it, but I think it might have been the Pegasus. We'll never know. I sure hope it wasn't. The Final Countdown, The Philadelphia Experiment. Oh, he's naming some 80s movies. Final Countdown, haven't watched it.
Countdown's awesome.
That's good. I haven't seen that in a long time. Philadelphia Experiment, Flight of the Navigator I've seen, but no, a long time ago. Oh, I've seen all these a long time ago.
Me
So
too.
what have you seen any of these, number one?
I think I have, but a very, very long time ago.
Final Countdown's interesting.
I love them.
Oh,
I went to see
we get
that
in trouble.
with
It's
my dad.
time travel. And so is
In the movie
Philadelphia
theater.
Experiment.
Nice.
We would be
Yeah,
in
but
trouble
it's-
for the time travel.
Time
We
travel
would.
kind of makes sense, though. In
Don't
certain
tell
ways.
on us. Hey, Finity,
Captain Finney will get it.
if we watch time travel movies from the 80s, would you be mad at us?
I think
Anyway.
Back to the Future's okay with them. So.
No, he
So you
hates
got
that.
all of these for Christmas, Mark?
Oh, I don't know. They just appeared in the mail today somehow.
Oh, you got them
those. That's
yourself.
today. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh my God.
Is that 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3D. I'm sorry, the
That's
camera.
cool.
Hi, in 3D.
Put your finger on it gently. Oh, neat.
Gently, don't break Thor's arm off. So this is on sale
Cool.
for I think $5.
Really?
Hallmark.
Niceness.
And if you can get into the Hallmark store, I mean, you don't have to pay for
We
shipping.
don't have Hallmark stores where anymore.
I think Walmart
got rid of
carries
them.
them, CVS. Certain places carry them. But I thought this was too cool.
I got a
Love it.
space vehicle from the rocker. So I got another
Really?
steampunk music box. And
Nice.
this one is a 4 out of 5 for the difficulty. And I'm really, really looking forward to putting it together. I'm not sure how many pieces it is. It's but the space vehicle is very cool. It's and the music on it is "Fly Me to the Moon."
Fly me to the moon. That's I like Flight of the Navigator though. Oliver, that was it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I enjoyed that movie. You ever see that one? Anybody?
That's a good one.
Yes.
Yep.
Boy, that's
164
Kirk.
pieces, so it's not going to be that hard. I'm going to have this together pretty quickly, but it you guys know
Really?
how much I love building these
Oh,
steampunk
cool.
machines. I love building the little music box and then putting it all together. It's just so much fun.
If you want to show it, we can show it, but unless you don't have to. But well, look how small Kirk is. He's smaller than that Avengers book.
Oh, that is a very tiny Kirk.
Put him
He's
next
a
to the
tiny
Avengers.
Kirk.
Put him next to the Avengers.
Yeah. Does it fit? Or we can? Kirk's a
Didn't-
member of the Avengers now. About the
All
same
right.
scale.
Hey, Red Shirt, good to see you, buddy. Thanks. Having a great night, man. Paul Rubens' voice acts the ship. Yes, they said in the Flight of the Navigator. Yeah, he looks like the same size as the Avengers. Hey, look at that. Kirk could team up with the Avengers right there.
And this is the mini Enterprise that I got
Wow,
for
it's even smaller than Kirk.
that I got to use as my Doomsday machine.
That could be like a surfboard.
Yeah, Kirk
He could be
surf-
Galactus's Herald on his magic
it's
surfboard. Eric K, what is up, brother?
Hey, hi.
Fly me to the moon. I can't
The moon's
remember
like Kirk.
anything of the song. Ooh, but I like the
There.
song. There's the A team.
This is ridiculous. To have I mean, this is for the tree. I mean, I bought them because it's Star Trek.
Why do you have a Barbie Funko?
All right. So I got this as a joke
Oh
gift
my God!
from my son's girlfriend, Maddie. Say
I'm kidding.
Maddie.
Oh,
Gave me
as in
this.
different Maddie though,
Different Maddie, yeah.
not Maddie's daddy.
Not Maddie's daddy, but we'll just call her Maddie.
Okay.
And she gave me this as a fun
I
joke
can't
gift.
believe you have that.
So I told
That's
her I'd be
nice,
showing it tonight, and I wanted to see how much I got laughed at.
Oh
But then
man,
if
oh
I
man.
if I said I went and bought, I said I should have ruined it. I should have said I went out and bought it because I love Barbie.
Yeah. Do you?
Of course I love Barbie, right?
Get out of here.
Oh, I do have a Barbie in this room.
Really?
Think of it. I did.
Where?
Right here.
Piggy? Miss Piggy? Oh,
Zoom in.
that doesn't count. That's Sue
That's
Richards.
Barbie. So, but
Yeah,
what is a
that's
Barbie
Susan
though?
Storm Richards, though. Yeah, it's a Barbie. In that case, am I?
So that's
am I
acceptable.
Mr. What about my Mr. Fantastic and Sue doll thingies? Were they Barbies?
I guess, right?
They did a
Remember those
set of
famous
those.
covers? Yeah. I have
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
Star
yeah.
Trek Barbies too. Yeah. Well, let's free the Barbie.
Funkos.
Thank you, Matt. So,
Well, that's very nice of her.
very nice of her, right? So this will
Look, kindling.
Ooh.
No, that's bad for the environment.
Sorry.
You got to pulverize it and then recycle.
I'm for
Good.
that.
Let's
I'm
make
for that.
Wow,
robes
she's
out of
cute.
those.
Western Barbie, very cute. She should got. I need a Ken.
Keep that
No, you
stand-up
don't.
thing, though.
I need
You
a
don't
Western
need
Ken.
more of that. You know, you need less of that.
Kay Roberts, I don't think they ever made a Stretch Armstrong Mr. Fantastic. They should have, but I don't think they did. Did they?
Well, thank you. I don't
They made a
think they
Mingo
did.
Stretch Hulk. They made a Stretch Hulk. And Spidey, I think. So there's Jabba.
Well, thank you for that, Maddie.
Thank you, Matt. It was very nice of you, no matter what anyone
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
Oh, Maddie.
I love that Who Mourns for Adonis. It was Enterprise with the hand.
Ooh, this is a nice figure.
Greatness.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Wow, this is good.
Oh, Legolas looks cool.
Half
Yeah,
price, Legolas. Yeah.
Nice.
He doesn't have the
There you go.
shield sliding down the stairs, but Orlando Bloom is looking pretty good. Don't take that the wrong way, anyone.
Good casting.
But Barbie on the Barbie. Put Barbie on the Barbie, says
Cute.
Larry.
Larry, I love
No,
you,
and-
Larry.
He's
Larry.
going to join the A team.
Throwing on the
This is
Barbie
well
on the
done.
Babby.
Does he stand up?
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, they weighed him so he doesn't stand up. Oh, come on, guys. He should
You
have
got
made
the
him.
11th Doctor should be taller than him.
Let's see.
Are they the same height?
They're pretty
what
close.
makes- Oh,
Legolas
no.
is taller.
Nice.
I guess Legolas is a big dude there. Instead of a fez, he's got a hook out of his head.
Have to get a fez for him. That'd be a good idea. Make a print of fez and cover it up.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like here, they put the hook in the back, which is nice, so then you can't see it.
Yeah.
Matt Smith is the hook right in there, right through
Yep.
the noggin.
I got bloody hook on my head.
Got a headache.
My
Like,
head hurts.
Look at that, though. Look at it, Enterprise. Oh, there's Dr. 10 there. There you go.
yeah, see, his hook is in the back there. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, that's better.
Should put it in the back there. Yeah.
You got a hook on your head. I didn't have a hook on my head. What'd you regenerate with a hook on your head? You know, you look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. They'll talk about my
I
hook
hook
sand
regenerated.
shoes. Yes, sand shoes with your skinny face.
They always had the sneakers. Yeah, yeah.
What are you thinking, Doctor? The good old days when there were doctors. Oh, I miss the Doctor Who. Real Doctor Who. I want to see that Enterprise with the
Yeah,
hand.
that's what
You
I'd
think?
like to see. Who mourns Adonis?
Ah, who wants to
Love
see
it.
that?
Welcome to Olympus, Captain Kirk. Ba, 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 ba. I love that music. Love that music.
Let me put this back. You always got to save your boxes. for
And
your
they also
homework
the other
one.
music that's in the episode, that famous philosophical correct music. Ba, 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 ba. Wait.
Come on, go back.
Do the L. Oh my God.
That can't go on a Christmas tree though. That should be. You should get some aircraft cable or fishing line and get that hung up.
I leave them. I leave a lot of them out all year. Like if
You
look,
should.
If you
That's a
look
gooder.
over- if
You could
look
pack
over-
that right back up and send it to Canada.
Is that a hand, Mr. Spock?
I leave these up all year. I got the Enterprise from Mirror Mirror.
I don't know what those are, but I do know
Found
that's
it.
Enterprise from Mirror
Go
Mirror.
figure. A super stretch Mr. Fantastic for 184. Wowzer.
Oh, they made one, yeah.
I don't remember seeing it before, but yeah, apparently so. I remember a lot of stretch. I had a Stretch Armstrong. Fiona says apparently they shot the scene. Oh, with a cloven hooded demon, in the wreckage, but it was deleted because either one, the censors, or two, it looked like a sheep, according to Ann Lockhart. Wowzer nuts! Thank you, Fiona. I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
That is wild, weird stuff. And I've watched that episode a million times. You need Enterprise D ornament to hide from Q. Who would?
Nice.
Oh my! Look at that. It's back. It's on the side instead of the front. Though.
Yeah.
The hell's that all about?
And why is it plugged? Let's look at the plug. What do you put in that? Like whiskey? Tuck a little whiskey in there. Oh, that's. I could make a joke right now. I'm not going to.
You might be able to take that out. I think
Is there
I'm
a
not
way
gonna
to
mess with it now.
Can you put that in the front like it's supposed to be, or is it stuck like that?
It's stuck like that.
That's weird.
Damn it,
Well, they
Hallmark.
first grabbed. They probably did that for the balance, I think, so you can hang it
Mm-hmm.
with the CG. I think this is pretty damn cool. I'm
But it's in the wrong spot.
Only you Trek nerds would even notice anything like
That's
that.
true.
Yeah,
Don't you
but
know?
it's
You
annoying.
remember the combination of the locker on? What was
Is that
Something I can't
a
remember.
hand? Negative, Captain. Not actual tissue. It is energy.
Oh, Kate Roberts says that the naughty bit on the end is actually a crimp to hold a tree light. That makes sense.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
There you go.
You put the light in there.
What
That's one of the
is
tricks.
going on?
He's still in the wrong spot, but that's right.
It's still in the wrong spot.
Damn Trekkers.
Sorry.
God, it's just a TV show. It's just a TV show.
It's not just a TV
It's
show.
not
It's a
just
way.
a TV show.
a way of
it
life.
is a worldwide phenomenon. It's a
Says the
cultural.
guy surrounded by Star Trek stuff.
It's a way of life.
Is that a fish hook you just put it on?
No,
Yeah.
that's an ornament hook.
Oh, an ornament hook. I've never
Yeah.
seen one that close up before.
Well, I have thousands of them for my tree. You've seen the pictures of my tree, but I
I
think
have.
this is
I love
this
your.
isn't this
I
is an
love
A
your
plus.
pop culture tree. Your pop culture tree is cool, Mark.
There we go. I will put that
In the
right
script,
there.
it was
Even
not
if Adonis's
Pegasus.
hand is in the wrong spot on Enterprise.
Could you write the hallmark, please? Let's
Yes.
all write the hallmark right now.
Is there any
One,
way
you
we
put
could
the
just
hand in the
pry
wrong
that
spot.
off and glue it where it needs to be?
I guess I could, but I want to mess it up.
Just you
Interesting.
could heat it up with a blow dryer and just sort of scoot it on over.
Thanks,
You could
Fiona.
break
That's
it right now. You send me
No,
20 bucks.
don't break it.
The wasp is on the hanging from the Enterprise now.
Yep. I got to get another hook on there, but yeah. You might leave that up there.
Waggle.
Here and take... Let's put that is really cool. I gotta say, I think that.
I guess you can put a light in there and make it light up. That's kind of cool.
Yes, I'll make it.
And then
light
you
up,
could
yeah.
position it on the tree so that you wouldn't have to focus on the fact that Adonis's hand is in the wrong spot.
In the wrong spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know. Only
The horror.
only Trek geeks who visit you will know, and you don't get visits from Trek geeks, right?
Yeah.
I'll come
Christmas.
down and I'll be like,
At
Mark.
Christmas.
I can only see that. Yeah, if Maureen comes down and sees the or I can't believe they have the hand of Apollo on the wrong spot. I'm
That's true.
appalled. Get
That
that
is
off
appalling.
the tree.
That's appalling.
This is horrendous. Yeah.
Why is the
Horrible.
giant Spider-Man trying to save the Enterprise? Says Fiona. I don't know. It's the kind of thing Spider-Man does.
It's his duty.
Yeah.
I don't see. Where's Spidey?
I don't see Spidey.
I don't see Spidey.
It looks like Spider-Man beneath that
Oh,
might be
that's-
what feces.
This Spidey?
Oh,
Oh, no, not that one.
No. Oh, that's actually
Spider-
still
Looks
Spider
like
Gwen.
Spider-Man.
Spider
Spider-Gwen and the Wasp there.
Yeah, let me put the light on.
Oh, Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, I don't like Spider-Gwen too much. They've ruined Gwen Stacy with that.
I know nothing. Hey, did you get anything else?
Oh yeah, of course I got that. You know, Got a couple more things.
I sent you a link to show the rocker that I got.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have a picture of it?
Well, no, it's like super shiny. I sent a link to you and Mark. So
Where at?
on our
What
clobbering, our clubhouse chat on the Twits.
Oh, okay. Wowza. Oh, that's cool. I love it. Oh, wow.
You're gonna need another Christmas tree.
You do?
Wow, that's awesome.
You're gonna need a bigger tree.
I'm gonna get you like a white one for your office. Maybe one that you could hang from the ceiling. We could attach it to the ceiling from and put all the ornaments on it. But if it's white, it will show all of the ornaments.
Sorry about the crackling paper. I don't know if you can hear that.
You know, a trend in Ireland right now, or so everyone is saying, is that everyone is putting up a black Halloween tree for Halloween. Maybe we should get you a black tree.
Halloween.
Yeah, well, Halloween is a huge thing in Ireland.
Well, yeah, they invented it, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's a big deal in Ireland. So yeah, people are they're trying to extend the holiday and make it the whole month long and yeah,
make it run till Christmas.
Well, at least for all of October.
There you go. Princess, good question. You should see my buddy Michael French's retro blasting video about Funkos that he did recently. It's great, but why did Funko Pops lose popularity overnight? I don't know. I think they just kind of ran out of steam. They're just landfill now, and they're like beanie babies, basically. Yeah,
they're beanie babies, man.
Too many
of them. You walk into shops, and most comic shops are filled with them. Comic cons are filled with them, and they're not selling for crap anymore. And people buy them and keep them in the boxes. They think they look cute, I guess. And I can't stand them, but a lot of people like them, and I mean that's fine and everything. It's if you like that sort of thing, but people are getting kind of just bored with them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's oversaturation.
Also, they're getting stuck with them because they had some crazy prices on those things for a while, and they just didn't hold up because it just died down. The craze died down. Nobody cares.
Another dumb Beanie Baby thing. Cabbage Patch Kids, Tickle Me Elmo, Beanie Babies, Funkos.
These aren't toys, and they're little. They're like Mike calls them. They're dust collectors. That's one of the things he calls them. They're not something. I mean, you can people. I think it's a telltale that a lot of people who buy action figures do leave their figures in boxes. It's true because they like the box art, and they don't want to. They think they devalue them. But almost everybody who collects Funkos leaves them in the boxes, and you can't pose them or anything like that. Yeah. They're just not posable. They're a caricature of a character. They're like goofy representations of characters that, so I guess some people think are cute. But I'd rather have a figure that looks like the character. But that's just me. I mean, that's childish enough to buy action figures. To buy something that looks like a 3-year-old drew it or designed it. Not my bag, but some people do like it, but I think it's running out of steam big time. It has already run out of steam. I watched Retro's video. Oh, cool. It was good, but he didn't explain the loss of interest. Oh, well, I think the loss of interest is that it was a fad.
Yeah, super fad.
Well, it's pretty impressive fad, I got to say.
Mm-hmm. But so were Beanie Babies and Cabbage Patch Kids and Tickle Me Elmo. Right now, it's soccer moms, it's soccer and wine moms that drive these things. And right now, there's a big craze in the United States for those coffee roadies or whatever you call them, the travel mugs. And they're mobbing and
the Target travel mug or something.
Yeah, just people and they all say that they're doing it for collecting. And
what are they? Just mugs?
They're like red travel.
They're just it depends upon what part of the world you live in. Some people call them roadies, and some people call them like travel mug. The
But are there all
thermos.
different kinds, or is there just one they all
I don't
want?
know. I don't know. I didn't look into it, but I've been. You guys already know.
I saw
I read the
Twitter
paper every morning, and I was reading the paper and just online, and just mob scenes of people just acting insane, like they went for the Cabbage Patch Kids, the Beanie Babies, the Teddy Ruxpins. It's just a mob. And they create such a demand for it that they drive the price up, but then they just make way more of them because the corporation will not be beat, and then they have no value, and then people don't want them anymore.
Matthew Pounder, hello, my friend.
Hey, Matthew, how are you? How was your New Year's?
Even though that plays the Batman theme, it's not going to soften my heart.
I hope you didn't hear it though, right?
Yes, we did.
Oh, you did hear it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I was trying to cover up the sound, so I didn't know it was going to play that loud. You were able to hear it?
That's all right.
No,
Go ahead.
don't worry about it.
Go ahead and play it.
Oh, here's the buzz. Yeah. We'll cover it up so it's not too loud, so okay.
That's cool. Yeah, I love it.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, I love that.
Best Funko ever, just because of that.
So not because it's a Funko, but because of the.
Yes, the only good one
theme
ever
song.
made because of that.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's pretty darn cool. When I was looking at it, it plays quite a bit of the song. When I was looking at it, I'm like, I think I like Funkos to a certain extent. I just can't overdo it, and because I hate that you go to these stores and the cons, like you said, they have a bazillion Funkos lined up, and it just makes a horrible display. At least if you're gonna have them, put the Funkos out of the box. But I mix them up. I've got like the Tick next to the statue, certain ones I really like. But just to have just Funkos, it just does not look good.
Fiona says, I wondered if maybe Funko ever stinted by licensing every IP on the planet, but that doesn't explain the landfills. Well, I mean, producing too much of it might.
I think that it should also be mentioned though too that you have a lot of people out there who are I forget what comic book people call them again. They're like tuxedo investors or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's the phrase that the boys use, the geeks use, but many of them were enraged to find out that they spent all of that money buying at the highest prices possible, thinking that this was going to be, basically something that they could trade in and collect and they would hold their value, and they didn't. And I think that a lot of that landfill that you're seeing, people getting rid of them, I think that has to do with rage.
Shooter, what's up, buddy? Funkos.
Shooter.
Yuki, get the Funkos. I love it. Good to see you, Shooter.
I actually couldn't see the icon, so I like that you told me that it's a puke icon.
Yes, you couldn't. I can see it when I put it on here, I think. Let's see. There you go.
You can't see it.
You're kidding me. What about when I put his name up there?
No,
I see it.
work.
You don't see it right here?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I got to get
see his name on the screen?
You need a new McPuter.
I need a new McPuter because
My
this
daughter
one
used to. Sorry, I was going to say my daughter, when she was like 2, she called it a McPuter. A McPuter.
Yeah.
They can play on the McPuter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she's close. It's a Mac, so.
Steven
those
says
Macs get obsolete quick.
The only Funko Pop that slightly tempted me was the one they made of the character of Michael Knight from Knight Rider Elementally Past, because it just looked too weird. They all look too weird. So yeah, the only one that slightly interested me was that oversized one of the Thing that I saw at Target, Steven, but it just wasn't worth it. It's not worth spending a dime on those crap, because I would have been mad at myself anyway, and I would have hated it. After I looked the second or third time I saw it, I said, I hate this. It's
the
a
Thing
bigger
one
version,
doesn't
but
look
okay.
good. I agree.
None of them look good.
When they very first
Yeah,
came
but that one
out,
looks
I
really
got
bad.
Mirror Spock, and I have Mirror Spock. And recently I got Khan for Christmas, or was it? I think it might have been my birthday. I forget. But I got the Khan package, and the thing that I love about that is that I got the bottle opener. And the bottle opener is cool, and the pin is super cool.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't collect Funko Pops either. I'm not really into that.
A lot of people they're giving to them their gifts. Someone for a family or friend knows you're into something.
Yep.
And they'll find a related Funko and give it to you. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. Some people will take that, put it on their desk at work, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. It's just that having millions of them, if it makes you happy, it's
Yeah,
all.
I have that.
Nice.
You got that?
Yeah, and I 3D printed the Delta insignia from Wrath of Khan. And instead of prepping and painting, I'm going to use that for my cosplay instead of the one that I 3D printed because it's just so perfect and it's heavy as heck. It's just it, and it's made so well, and it is the perfect size. So that is a highly collectible item. And the 3D pin, I really enjoy that as well. Next time I'm at an academic conference or I'm giving a talk or I'm at a signing, I'm going to wear that on my suit jacket.
I see what you're saying, Princess. Thank you.
Oh my god. Got his body moves too. It's rubber. So you can see. Wow.
That's disturbing.
God, his eyes move too. Do you guys see that? Wow, that's impressive for an Hallmark ornament. So this is half price right now.
Very cool.
So it's, I think it was $25, but this is we're gonna leave this out all year on the show.
Yeah, that's cute. And
Very
that
nice.
definitely doesn't look like an ornament.
No.
Right? Wow. That
Nice stuff.
Cool. And then, well, here, let's pull
You should
down.
make a mobile.
Lemon pie.
Lemon pie! Yeah. You should make a mobile, Mark.
Oh my
cool.
god.
Yeah,
oh, where'd you get that one? That's the greatest.
I've had that a while. This is Tom Baker's still for sale. I think he's only $10 right now.
Oh my goodness. I need to get that.
So we can get like three favorite doctors together.
Tom Baker's the best of all.
Yep. That's why I got him.
I'm the
on the left
doctor.
there.
Who are you two?
Where are you?
You're
I'm
not
the curator.
Me. Of course, I'm me. You're not me. I'm the doctor. Would you like a jelly baby?
Oh no.
Oh no, Fiona says my mistake. It's a Galentine's Day tumbler. She's talking about the tumblers from the Target. Not Valentine's Day. That's going for over $300 on eBay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, sir.
Yeah, I saw the people rushing towards it on Target.
It's soccer
and it was like a red tumbler. I'm like, it's not even a Star Trek collectible. Why would you?
They like that Yeti thing too.
Yeah, Yetis are great, but I mean, I wouldn't, go crazy trying to, grab one for.
You know what I like?
Buy one for $30.
I like a regular cup, and when I'm on the go, I like a paper cup.
Yeah.
Do you like Folgers in your cup?
No,
Folgers?
I don't like Folgers.
So you don't have you don't have a tumbler?
No. Why would I want them? Those things stink. They smell terrible no matter how many times you put them through the dishwasher. Just not interested.
Mine are cool. I got me some Legion ones. Your Muslim uncle.
Yeah, but your Legion ones I've seen. Those are cool. I'm talking about the ones where they have like these highly evolved tops that have all of these working components and all of these different membranes and snap tops, and you can't get in them and clean them. And so even if you put them in the dishwasher, they smell horrible. Horrible.
One person got really sick because she didn't take the top off like she was supposed to. It was loaded.
Well, and they come apart, but when the lids come off, when you take the lids off now, they're like, Mark, they're like 5 or 6 pieces. It's like, what? Why do you need 5 or 6 pieces in a lid?
Because engineers love to design complicated things. So this is Star Trek 2. The stickers covering it up. It was 99 cents. I just got this off of Fleabay. Because I got to have
Why is
Wrath
it
of Khan
blue?
stuff. Because that's the special that's from a wormhole, I guess. And it's got K for Khan on there.
It's weird that has K on there.
Very
I
weird.
guess.
A D7
So-
cruiser, which is not even in Trek 2, except for the beginning, when there are 3 of them on the screen that were really a shot from the motion picture. Looked like.
But I had to have it. So it's a cool
Yeah.
thing.
The chat's just exploding with cool things. What's with all of the Jabba spillages? Ew. Your Muslim uncle. Hail Raquel Mark. And Raquel is 1,000% on that. It needs to be cleanable. And Fiona says, engineers. Love to over engineer things.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's how you get paid more.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll show will be, let's show the van again. The Clobbering Times, we unveiled this yesterday. I'll just,
The A-Team.
the A-Team,
Maybe-
if anyone missed it. from yesterday.
Ba-ba-ba.
Dun, 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 dun,
Ba-ba-ba.
dun, dun, dun.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba. I love it too.
So you got
Maybe you could hire
Spaceman.
the A-Team. And
You
Barkley.
got Barkley with his milk and his sock
He
puppet.
doesn't look anything like Dwight Schultz. But
I think he does. Pretty good likeness.
Broccoli.
Danang, 1970.
I am
on the
the
back.
Range Rider.
Dang me. Why don't you take a rope
Group.
and hang me?
Hang me! Yeah.
It didn't come with Captain Kirk of the Enterprise, but I'm going to put those somewhere I don't lose
Well, you
those
have
guys.
Tiny Kirk. He could be
Tiny
a
Kirk.
standee in the truck,
Yeah, right?
right?
BA's a fan, yeah.
BA could be like, that's my Kirk. That's my Kirk standee.
Yeah. There we go. Let that spin around for a second. But yeah, Playmobil
Yeah.
does an awesome
Oh,
job.
No. Break
They
it
didn't
down.
fix
You
anything.
make my van fall off, fool. Don't make me come over there and hurt you.
That's damn cool. This thing is cool.
Even
I wish I was a kid
They
again.
don't have front doors, but still.
Yeah.
You
Inside,
don't have front doors?
I don't understand what
No
they front
front
doors on there.
What the hell?
and they don't
How do
have
you get
guns.
BA in and out of the truck?
I'll show you. It's a
Fun.
secret.
Oh, does
Joe-
the roof come off?
Joe Dog,
Yep.
what's up, buddy?
Joe Dog. Whoa, whoa.
Let's show you how that works. Yep. So, going to rob the A-Team. You pull the roof off, like so,
Okay.
and then the front part comes off too.
Oh, wow.
That's classic toy stuff, but actually they look kind of fun. They're hanging out here, and here's BA. It's really you got to really hook them into that seat. It's tough to get in there.
Kal-El. Kel, they gotta knock him out first.
It's
I've
true.
been different. Murdoch. I'm not flying.
I didn't watch this show, but I knew someone who did in my family.
It was pretty silly, but it was fun.
Jabba. He's going to take on Jabba.
I love it when
Good
an
job.
A-Team comes together.
How
There you
cool
go.
is that?
George looks just like George Peppard.
Just like him, yeah. They should give him a Godzilla suit, though, as well.
It was a fun show. It was so goofy, you know, like we were talking about the other night. It was an action show of the day. Stephen Cannell made a lot of those cool shows, but in this show, naturally, no one ever got hit with bullets. No one ever got, you know, if people would be like in a helicopter would crash and someone would just walk out and brush himself up. I'm fine. You know,
Minor flush one.
car chases, cars would flip over 20 times and somebody get out of the car. Hey, what's all right? They spray like machine gun fire in a crowded place. Nobody gets hurt.
That's
Yeah.
good.
It was fun. It was just goofy, fun show.
Yeah.
And they were out helping people. And
There's
it's a
no
great.
weapons in here.
Have you ever seen the opening credits of an episode of Michelle? Raquel, they have Dirk Benedict, who played Starbuck on the original Galactica. He became a regular on the show after the pilot. And in the opening credits, they always show him, and they show a Cylon walking by him because it's like an amusement park or whatever. And he looks at it and goes, they have a Battlestar Galactica reference in every episode of the
Oh, no way. That's cool.
opening credits.
That's
So this
really
is-
cool.
Yeah, this is it's a fun 80s show, and Mr. T is great. They're all great. Dwight Schultz is probably my favorite on the show, but
Oh, Dwight
they all
Schultz
work
is.
together.
I mean, he's great as Barkley. If you ever wonder why if you want to see the range this man has as an actor, you got to watch him on the A-Team, because his premise basically is this. I guess if you don't know, number one, he had some. They were an elite force in Vietnam, and he was a pilot, and they got accused of a murder they did. I mean, a crime they didn't commit, a robbery, and so they had to go to the New York to the L.A. Underground. So they became mercenaries for hire. People hired them to help them with their, against bad guys, that type of thing. Simple premise. But he lives in a mental institution, because everything, they call him Howling Mad Murdoch, and he acts nuts all the time. So every time they go on a mission, they have to spring him from the place, and he's the pilot. So they have to drug Mr. T to make to fly on the airplane. He's scared to fly.
Okay.
But anyway, Howling Mad Murdoch, every episode he's got some kind of crazy, he's nuts. And the acting range of Dwight Schultz, the man is, he can do anything. He's a chameleon-like actor. He can do every voice, he is absolutely brilliant. We love him as Barkley. And you've seen a couple of times, like when he's playing Barkley on the holodeck, and he's all, out of character and like suave and debonair and all that stuff, a slob and debonair. Well, the guy's amazing, great actor, Shakespearean,
Yeah.
Really.
I love him.
I love that guy, and I love him as Howling Mad Murdoch. I remember when I first saw him on Trek, I was like, "It's Murdoch." What?
It's Murdoch can't be on here, yeah. No, he's great. This is a fun set, and Playmobil does a great job. I've got the Austin Martin DB5 from Bond, and I've also got the Back to the Future DeLorean I haven't put together yet. I have to do another unboxing on that, but it's just a fun. It's for an adult collector, but a kid could play with this toy and have fun with this. It's
Zakarot.
Kids did used to play with toys just like that.
Yeah.
Zakarot.
Great Zakarot.
Was great.
Not one this expensive, though. Not one this expensive. They didn't.
Why? How much is this?
Fortunately, this was $60 on sale.
Wow.
Something like that. So it is.
So that's what it takes to make a toy that's as good as the toys we played with in the 70s?
Yes. Well, the licensing fee, too, don't forget. So
that's on sale, because it's, in other words, it's like about half off. And yes, he was on a B5 episode. That was a great one. That was a great episode. Dwight Schultz.
It's getting late, so I won't open these up, but I finally did get.
Maybe you could hire the A-Team. Minimus gave me that for my birthday a couple of years ago. Superman mobile. That's a pretty cool. That's very cool.
So I have to do an unboxing on that. So I got that.
Cool.
And
let's show what number one has.
Oh, and last thing, I'm just looking to open it up, but I got this too. I got to get the.
Oh, that thing's expensive.
No.
That's $300.
No, this one.
No. That's the Target
brand
one.
new. It's $30.
The small one?
It's $30.
No,
it's not.
$30.
It's big, but it's $30.
It's brand new. It's brand new.
I saw one in the shop here. It was $300, but it was sizable. It was much bigger than that.
Well, this is
pretty big. Look how big it is.
It's pretty big.
What the hell? Why was that $300 at that store?
Well, was it the original? Was it the very
might be the old one from the 90s or something.
I don't even look now. I don't look up close, because not only can I not afford it, but I'm also so afraid of picking up something that is filth. But it was on a faraway shelf in a comic book shop that I was at.
It's probably the original one, because this is they reproduced it again, so they made a replica and change it a little bit, but. You can get it. I think it's around $30, something like that. Oh, the A-Team is crashing there. So I'll do an unboxing on that. But,
well, you know where that's got to go, right?
That's got to hang from the ceiling too.
Yeah, that's got to hang from the ceiling. Come on, man.
Of course. Well, I do have one up here. Yep.
I know.
That's a Diamond Select one. So yeah, put them all together. Yep.
Diamond Select is so beautiful. I love Diamond Select. It's my favorite.
I don't think they make anything anymore, do they?
No.
I think they stopped making the props, but I think the last prop they made was the tricorder.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be. The rumor was they're going to make the Enterprise C, but never happened.
Yeah, I love Diamond Select.
I saw the Enterprise D the other day.
Oh, really?
That's the new one, yeah.
At the Yeah, at the Playmates like that, like the one you have there. DVB, hello there.
Yay! Yeah, it's just
Welcome.
disappointing because now you're stuck with Playmates, and the Playmates, they're not as good. They're not replica quality. They're constructed
No.
like toys, and you can see where the screws go in.
Yeah,
and,
Diamond Select was better. Yeah.
like way better.
Dang. Let's see. Who makes that Enterprise? I think that's the Playmates one, Fiona.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the Playmates one. Yeah. Now there's the action figure line failed. They canceled it, and Retro Boston has a great video on that. But they said they are going to continue to keep making ships. But what they should have done was make the Reliant. They sold a ton of Reliants because no one's ever made a Reliant as far as you can buy models, but not one of these toys with the lights and do the refit Enterprise and the Reliant. It's like, guess how many we'd sell. But yeah, this is Playmates. Yep. So they said they're going to keep making the ships. I'm assuming the ships sold really well. There's a much higher margin on those, is my guess. But yeah, it's a shame they canceled that figure line. But they gave us new Trek 2 on that figure line, which I don't think anyone wanted to see. So
No, we're good without that.
Well, here you go, number one. So you got this here.
I did. This is another one of those rocker puzzles.
wow.
So it's a 3D puzzle. It's they call it a puzzle, but it's more like a puzzle with / model making.
Model, yeah.
Which I love. I love model making. So this will come in sheets of wood, and you have to take all the pieces off like you would with the old plastic models we used to play with in the 70s. And then you have to read the plans and you have to put it together. So it's a puzzle, but because it's difficult, or so people say, but I would call it more of a model. And inside you also do a little bit of construction to make an old school music box. And like I said, this one plays Fly Me to the Moon. So I will be building the space vehicle. And as everyone knows, I love these steampunk, old school puzzles and model making. So this will be my third video that I do on them. But this is one of my hobbies. I've loved it since I was a very young kid, but I grew up pretty poor. And so didn't really have an opportunity to make things like this. So now I'm just having a great time doing these. So this one, I think, is around $40 or $50. For the international difficulty level, it is a 4 out of 5. It's 164 pieces, and I don't find them that hard, but I do find them very relaxing.
Not for Raquel, but Clobbering Times I would be there for 3 weeks. And then
No, I think you guys would do okay with it. But they're fun. Every little tiny piece you construct. Every little tiny piece you put together. Like, see that wheel?
Yeah.
That wheel would have the axle part, it would have the nut part, and you have to put these completely together without any glue. So it has to be a perfect fit. So you can imagine, there are probably maybe 10 or 15 pieces in one tire alone. So they're super fun. And the great thing is then when you're done, you can put them up on your shelf, and they're just a beautiful steampunk ornament that you can put beside your favorite science fiction books in your bookshelf. I really love these. I wish they made more that were science, that were based on science or scientific principles. There is one that is a telescope, but it looks really like super easy, like too easy. So a new video coming out. So if you liked my little pal Orpheus, and if you liked Starry Night, the solar system, my new one will be Space Vehicle. Fly Me to the Moon.
Nice. Love it. Very cool
That looks
stuff.
amazing.
Well, we're going to start making our way out of here, folks, because it is very late, and Raquel has obviously, we all have things to do, I guess. I got to get up
It's
early.
a
You got to
school
get up
night,
early.
and you have to
School
get
night.
up early.
Number one, any final closing words
Oh,
there?
Yes. Oh, just let me grab my little list here.
Go for it.
First, the first thing that I need to do is that I need to thank everyone who left Clubby a gift tonight. That was very kind of you. So, you donating to this keeps the lights on at this virtual comic book shop that Clubby has opened for all of us, so that we can assemble here and talk about the things we know and we love and we want to learn about. So, thank you for those gifts. I also want to thank everyone who tuned in through X, formerly known as Twitter. I want to thank all of the lurkers. At the end of these shows, we get up to 200, 300, sometimes more viewers on these shows. And that is due to the lurkers and the folks who download this and watch it later, or they just, tune in when it's more convenient for them on YouTube. So you're pretty spectacular. And I just want to thank you for supporting one of the best friends I've ever had in my life, in real life. I love this man so much. I love Clubby. So thank you, everyone. Are you a member yet? If you're not a member, I want to invite you to become a member here at CLOBBERIN Times. Clubby is a subject matter expert definitely on comics. He used to own a comic book shop. The guy is very knowledgeable. He has incredible manners and is just so kind and erudite. When it comes to these comics and comic book publishing. He knows all the technical stuff, not just reading, but just vast knowledge. And he's just so engaging and kind. And you get to, if you're a member, you get to have one-on-one with him and hang out with him. We also have silly emojis to use. But if you're not ready for that, and you had a great time tonight, can you do me a favor? Can you clobber that like button and go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that notification bell, because then you'll know when Clubby is on. I want to thank everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for appearing here tonight, for giving us your thoughts, for just being great conversationalists and wonderful friends. We're nothing without you. So thank you for creating and maintaining these amazing, geeky and nerdy conversations. On behalf of Clubby and Mark and little old me, we just love you so much, and we're just so grateful for you. I want to thank my Patreon people. My second book of science fiction stories is coming out. And I couldn't do it without these folks. These folks fund the books to make sure that science fiction stories are getting to people. Corporations, they want activists and activism. They even advertise it on their websites now. They don't want science fiction stories unless you're an activist and you're talking about activism. Well, I'm not giving up on science fiction. Okay. And neither are my readers and my patrons. And so they are funding this effort to keep real science fiction alive. You can buy my stories for 99 cents each on Amazon. If you don't like Amazon, you can buy the stories at Barnes & Noble. New book coming out. I want to thank Penny Lane, Larry, Tony Stark, Sean Carter, Shuta, Gwagnar, Dave, Chris Persia, Scuba and Leslie Pete, Eric Kane, his trusty dusty dog Kirby, Enigmatic Drop Bear, Michael and Cassandra Beacon, Mark Day with us, Anti-Derivative Jill, Jilly Jill, Maximum Redstone, JJ Kirk, Dabman and Dabman Clan, Lord and Lady Thoth, and of course Lance, Rob Altus, and Tyler. I cannot do those conventions, those book signings, all of those things without that support. And I love you all so much. Thank you for making Digital is Forever #2 in the hot new releases in science fiction on Amazon this week. You guys are just effing outstanding. I want to thank Mark for just supporting this show and supporting Clubby by creating these wonderful audiovisual presentations as we discuss Blake 7 and just sharing his collection with us. This is a man who should have a museum, and he's just a wonderful person. You can follow him on YouTube. He also has a Patreon, and you can get a hold of him through Twitter. Fabulous human being. Highly recommend spending more time with Mark if you can, or if you'd like to. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank Clobby. Clobby, I love you. Thank you for sending me that note 3.5 years ago, or 4 years ago, and just saying, hey, yeah, if you ever want to talk Trek, I'd love to have you come on over to Blog Talk Radio and talk Trek with me. I should have taken advantage of that much sooner than I did. I have loved you for 3 years. And it is just incredible to me, the friendship that you created here, and just the fact that we know Mark and that we know all these people. It's because of you. You created this space. You create this magic. You are the glue that holds us all together. And I just think you're outstanding. I love you so much. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for always supporting everything that I do. I love you to bits. And let's do this for 30 more years. I love you, Captain. And that's it, everyone.
Oh, well, I love you so much, and thank you for all those wonderful words as always. I don't know what to say other than thank you. You're just the best. And thank you, Eric K, by the way, for let's see, Larry. Oh, he gifted 5 Clobbering Times memberships.
Wow.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you, Eric K. What? Clobby on the comic shop? What? Thanks for being a member, Eric K, for 16 months, buddy. Yeah, thank you all.
Those comics were written on stone.
Indeed.
Stone
You're all the
tablets.
best. Mark, anything?
Oh, thank you again, Raquel, for such kind words. And of course, everyone, go follow Raquel on Patreon and support her if you can. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, use what I do. Defer those shipments. When you're ordering all these stupid, silly Star Trek items, sometimes you do deferred shipments. You get $1 off or $3 off, and you can put those bonuses towards buying Raquel's book. So, which is a sneaky way to do it. But
love you, Mark.
I do all the time. So why not help friends out? So much appreciated, Raquel. And although you don't like Dumb and Dumber and Guardians 3, we still like you. Yeah, I can't believe your significant other even suggested that you watch Guardians 3.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun hanging out with everyone today.
Member chat before a whole year. Thank you,
Oh,
Sean.
yay! Sean Carter from Mars.
11 months. Sorry about that, Mark.
No. Let's put Sean's channel in
Thank you, Sean.
Because he does some great
He does.
great stuff, right? Sci-fi model guy.
The sci-fi model guy, I received a wonderful NX01 with a full light kit, and it is just gorgeous.
Amazing. Yeah, we
and
saw
it
that.
is
Yeah, it's incredible.
beside my textbooks in my office. I adore it. It's just beautiful.
That's great.
Right
and I
beside
just did
my Edgar Allan Poe pouch for pencils.
beautiful. Nice. And I did just get a resin printer. So here's my NX01, the refit.
Nice.
I printed that sucker
very
up.
cool.
I have to try to print a big. I was trying to print a bigger one. It failed. I gotta figure out the resin printing, but I'll be having some videos on that. And I did get another cool Fantastic Four set. We're gonna do a box unboxing with Clobbering Times. I got some expensive dolls, as they say, from the kids that were chipped in.
Nice.
So looking forward to that. We'll be back on Sunday Night Geekery. And
and the unboxing. You're gonna have the unboxing of that Enterprise soon.
The unboxing Enterprise. There's a lot of stuff to do. So try to do something. Hopefully,
hear that, folks? He's got a jam-packed upcoming cool things. So be there or be square.
Yeah.
Be there or shin kicks. Your agonizer, please.
And here's where you can get a Doomsday Machine. So here's if you want to buy one of those. Killer Cornucopia. So no, it was a lot of fun hanging out with everyone tonight. And it's the chat. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, you guys make how long have we been on? I can't even tell, but it flies by. Wow, 3 hours, right?
Over 3 hours.
So you got to sit in front of your computer for 3 hours. And I mean, it feels like 3 minutes, sometimes because it's so much fun being here. So great idea to do this show, and looking forward to a gazillion more. So Oh, I got to get the dog van from Dumb and Dumber, says DVP on the turntable. Yeah.
DVB actually made some really nice comments earlier, and I just want to thank you for those nice comments.
Thank you.
DVB.
Absolutely.
That's very kind of you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for
Yeah,
being here.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Some just quick show notes, and we'll shout everybody. We'll shout out and get out of here. Tomorrow night on the Great J Man's channel, we will have. We're starting this very first reviews of the. We're going to starting our review of the Frank Miller's Daredevil run, the classic run that changed comics. For better or worse, we'll talk about that.
Goes wild.
We can go that far. Then I'll be on with our good buddy Nick Weiser's show with the Comic Shop Talk Boys for some open comic geekness, 8:30. Then Saturday night, the reviews are back on Star Trek. Saturday night Star Trek, I should say.
Dun, 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 dun.
4 more episodes of Voyager with my wonderful first officer. Same.
I have to watch Voyager again now.
You do. I'm sorry.
No, you don't. We do, but no one else does. We'll be the only ones doing it.
Mark, you have to watch Voyager, or I'm putting you in the agony booth. And DVB says, I just got here 5 minutes ago. Wish I could have caught the whole show. DVB, come on back. Pick any show and feel free to join us anytime. We'd love to have you a part of Clobbering Times. So come on back.
Thank you for being here, DVB. It's great to see you. We appreciate you. Everyone lurking and as well, and lurking or watching on the download or rerun, we appreciate you as well. So that's Saturday night Star Trek, and then Sunday night there'll be the Geek Grill, Mark D with us. Hey, Shadow. Yay! And then Monday night I'll be doing J-Man and I will be on Earth B. We're not sure exactly the comic we're going to do yet. And then it'll be some Monday night Mark C. Comics talk, and I've got some plans for that. I think next Wednesday night, Salty Texas, he's going to join me to talk some Doctor Who and some stuff. So he's a good fellow.
Oh, cool. That's Lady PV, Purple Valkyrie. Isn't that her? Like the guy who she regularly?
She's a friend. Yes, she does.
I love Lady PV.
I love her. Yeah, she popped in for a second last week to say hello.
Did she?
Not on the show, but in the chat room. So yeah.
Okay.
Love her, miss her very much. Yeah. So again, Riches, Eric K, Chris Persia, D Bud Martin, Lord Thoth, J Man, Maddie's Daddy, Cal L, Fanty, Hungry Boy, and Max. Thank you all so much for
being
Larry. I'm gonna have to owe him because I don't have anything made yet.
We got to get him a collector card. You can collect them all.
Okay, well, Larry, thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate you. Now I got to shout everybody out because I was going to wait, but DJ Ronnie G, what's up, man?
DJ Ronnie G.
DVB, thank you so much for being here tonight, of course, buddy. Zacharot, Shooter, Oliver Belamonte, Sean Carter from Mars, Joe Dog, Don Ranger Power, Dave C, Princess Fiona, Penny was here. Eric, the great Eric K. I think I already called him out, but he gets another one. Why not? Empress NM. Oliver Belamonte.
Flew just walked through the door. Mrs. Flew.
Zacharot. Mrs. Flew again for 2 nights in a row. That's amazing.
Hey, sweet
Lovely
lady.
to see you, my dear. I hope you're doing well. The great Mrs. Flew. I hope Mr. Flu's doing okay.
I feel like I know her after all of the Reba McEntire concerts where Toxic Man Flu would like swoop in. He's like, Mrs. Flu loves a Reba McEntire. We're at the concert right now.
There you go. Mr. Flu is one of our buddies.
He is. We love him.
Good to see you. Where was I? Zacharot, thank you for being here with us tonight. Let's see. Matthew Pounder, my buddy. K. Roberts, Lemon Pie, hang on, try to get more.
Oh, good. I'm here for
Larry. We'll say it again. Larry. Well, I'm waiting to get to someone else that haven't yelled out yet. I'll say Dave C. I think I said just in case.
Dave
C. Just another red shirt.
Just another red shirt.
When I can't find one I haven't shouted out yet, I'll just say Larry, 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 Larry. Minimus. Vulcan lives. Muhammad said. Larry, 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 Larry. Sorry, Larry, that's really annoying to you. I apologize.
I don't think he's bothered.
I don't think he likes that.
Humor.
No. Oliver Belamonte. I already said. I think Oliver. Got Oliver. Son Lee.
Yep. Son Lee.
Larry. Sorry, I'm just kidding, Larry.
Your Muslim uncle.
Your Muslim uncle. Let's see. Your dad man walking in the Dad Man Clan.
Dad Man Clan.
Ravenscroft.
Yes.
I think RRT and Z was here earlier.
Yes, RRT and Z was here.
This might
do that.
I got ding. Rolling 79, man. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in here. Ace Cast Iron, buddy. I hope I see you Saturday, man. I think we're gonna be hanging out. Last time was a year ago. This Saturday, it's the last time we got to hang out.
1701, you cutie patootie. That's all I have to say to you, Ace Cast Iron.
Infinity the Avenger. Michael Beacom, and shout out to Cassandra. That's what I don't have anybody else to shut up.
Eric's worried you're going to start doing bop.
No, thank you. What is this? This is not a Wesley fan here like you are. Could not be reached for further comments.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, indeed, yes. All right, let's see. We're getting close to game time here. David Glenn, Adrian James, Cali Comics. Oh,
Cali
right.
Comics.
Hey, Cali Comics.
Mrs. Flu is singing bop in the chat.
Don't do that. No, you can't. Mrs. Flu can get away with it.
Yes, she can.
Janet from another planet.
Did you know that she's a galaxy girl?
I've heard that sung. Mazarus. He's amazing. We're so glad he didn't have to hear that. He's gone. He's not here, which is for the best. He would not want to hear that. CLS Studio. Studio. All right, so now I'm going to say, Marco.
Polo.
Steve, that I bet you. Oh, Claude Selling. Okay, now I'm going to go out and say, JD Lewis, my friend DJ Play Nice. Now I'm going to say I've got everybody. What do you say to that, Mr. Smarty Pants, Marco?
You can't have gotten everyone. I mean, there's always one person that pops in, or no offense to you, but
well, I hate to tell you this, but you were dead wrong, except of course for Keely Chow.
Oh, Keely Chow
and FKHC 2005 hike. But other than that, I did it. I got them all. Unless somebody popped in since then, of course. There we go.
Did we yell Cal? Did we say Cal?
Oh, Steven, yeah, we got him with the wrenches. All right, buddies.
Oh, yeah, we get him with the wrenches. I forgot. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for being here with us tonight. We love you, and we appreciate you hanging out with us at the clubhouse. We'll see you. I hope you'll all be here. But Saturday Night Star Trek, and of course, all the other times, I'll see you out there on the streams. Let's face 2024 together.
Yeah.
Because why not? Later, Gators.
Thank you.
only one thing I want to say to you.
You're a dumbass.
Captain, I see no reason to stand here and be insulted.
Groovy.
I just love clobbering time.